Hello, world. We got a nice
Yo.
BBT event. I'm joined by Herbmon.
What's up? What's up?
G5Media and Machine will be joining us. We have started 1 hour after our previously scheduled time in North American time zone, so we're starting at 2 p.m. Eastern on Fridays and 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays because of the time change in North America. And because we have a lot of European players and live matches to accommodate them, I think we're gonna change our time in North America so that it's in sync with their time over there. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems until March 28th when the time changes in Europe and they'll be in sync again. So 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday should be 7 p.m. in Europe. And on Saturdays, 5 p.m. Eastern will be... what time do we have? 2300 Central European time on Saturdays. So, Herbmon, what do you think about the matches today? We got Dewalt vs. Sziky live. That should be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be... Dewalt is going to be the rock wall that is the Grand Canyon, and Sziky is going to be the water that breaks through it. It's going to be a battle of elements. These two are really strong individuals, and once one can set their path, I feel like the other one's going to feel the wrath. So I feel like it could go either way. These players have played against each other for a long time. So I'd imagine they've gotten a lot of games in, and I feel like because Sziky, he's beat some high level Protoss players back in the day, and Dewalt, I mean, we all know Dewalt right now. He's just a fucking machine. So
it's cool to get him live because he's in Siberia. His time zone isn't very compatible with.
He lives in Siberia?
Yeah, and I heard that's why he can play against Koreans more easily.
Okay. The dude lives in an Arctic tundra. That's wild. I bet that boy just eats, sleeps, and breathes StarCraft. And then Sziky, he's Polish, right?
I believe he's in Hungary.
Hungary. Oh, he's a hungry boy.
And we got a live match between them. That's exciting. We don't get Dewalt in live matches too much in the BBT because of his time zone, but we have him at least 2 or 3 live matches.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we got Bonyth versus Trutacz, and they're both from Poland, and they're both top players. Isn't Trutacz and Sziky like the 2 top Zergs? No disrespect to any other Zergs players, but that's what I've heard from so many people.
Yeah, Sziky and Trutacz, they have time to lean on. They've been consistent, high-ranking individuals for years. So I would say the 2 difference though is Sziky is more macro-oriented and Trutacz is a little bit more aggressive. You'll see Trutacz trying to do more of like link strategies, like link speed pressures or something to try to capitalize and work off of that. While Sziky, he's just one of those like very, I'm going to beat you standard and I'm going to make it work. More macro oriented. So not saying Trutacz is incapable of it, but that's just where the individual personality like styles show.
You're a Zerg player, man. Who do you like more, Trutacz or Sziky?
Sziky for his ZVP, and Trutacz for his ZVZ and ZVT. Trutacz's ZVZ is really strong. His macro is superb. And yeah, Trutacz best 15-minute player. Exactly. Nemu knows it. And then Nemu, as he's saying, Zicky's best 20-minute player. So
what does he mean by that?
Trutacz is going to try
ZVZ.
to do something to put you down. Oh, ZVZ, it's the 6-minute mark. It just means Trutacz is going to be that guy if you're playing ZVZ where he's going to leave 3 Zerglings outside your natural. So when you push his natural with your lings, he's got 3 lings in your main killing off your drones. As like Sziky, he's going to like sit back if it's ZVZ, and he's going to play more of like a Muta style and like but like ZVT, Zicky's going to go more for like a 2-hatch Muta trying to get into that 4-gas play style, while Trutacz is going to opt for more of like a 2-hatch lurker pressure at your natural,
right,
and stuff like that. Like they hit different time frames of when they're the strongest, and yeah, Trutacz is trying to do that a lot earlier than Sziky. And then, I mean, speaking of Bonyth and Dewalt, I mean, those guys are just giant brick walls. So I feel like out of these matchups, I feel like Sziky versus Dewalt is going to be a lot more entertaining in the sense of longevity. Their games are going to probably go out a lot longer, while Trutacz it's going to be pretty much decided within, like Nemu was saying, within the first 15 minutes. Either Trutacz is going to have a great position or he's going to be in a bad position.
Does it help his opponents knowing that he's like a 20-minute player or whatever, and they devise strategies to counter that, or that's not useful information?
No, I mean, that is. At that point, you're saying, are they going to try to play against the player? And that is a very logical thing, because look at TY2. He likes to go 5-pool and then try to do some sort of like 3-base, 2-base play style. So a lot of players try to be a little bit more cautious. They'll throw a cannon in their main. They won't try to hit as early of a timing because they just don't want to leave and lose. You know, like if they go for a zealot pressure, and then now they have, you know, like 24 lings at their natural, it's bad news bears. So I think they will play a little bit different for Trutacz, but for Sziky, I feel like it's just going to be straight up. But hey, what's up, G5? How you doing?
G5, thank you so much for joining us, my friends. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. You know,
I'm doing awesome. I finally caught your ass. I've been asking G5Media to cast, and we were able to catch him for today. He has a busy schedule like everyone else, but I appreciate all the casters who've carved out some time to join us, watch some Brood War, have some fun. We are waiting for Machine, and Dewalt and Sziky are getting ready for their live match. Bonyth and Trutacz played earlier today, I believe. And that will be a pre-played show match that we'll show.
Yeah, that one I'm actually looking forward to.
Which one?
Bonyth and Trutacz.
Oh, yeah.
How come?
Well, not only because they're just both so good, and I think as far as BSL champions go, I think both of them, I think Bonyth has the most titles and Trutacz is probably number 2. But I know that they're really good friends too, so when you are playing against a friend, lots of mind games kind of go into it because you know how they play and what they like to do. So I always like that. I think it'll be fun.
That's cool. We'll see how friendly they are in their show match.
As soon as they start the game, it's just bad mannering instantly. Like, all right, great start. But
so
yeah.
Any new viewers out there, this is the best of the best tour. It's a round robin tournament. We got 12 top foreign players, 4 Zerg, 4 Protoss, 4 Terran. They basically have to play each other. There's a 5-game format, so you could win 5-0 or 4-1. Every single game is worth money. That's the kind of price system we have. At the current price pool, every single game is worth a little over $13, and the value of each game win will increase as the prize increases. Players are played out at the end. The point is to maximize your single game wins and to minimize your game losses. Maybe I can put the leaderboard on the screen so we can see where everyone's at. So in the remaining column, that's the total number of games every player has yet to play. At the beginning of the tournament, they had 55 games each. Each player has 11 show matches. So in the wins column, you can see how many single game wins they've won. Play just shows how many games in total they've played. And the win rate ratio is the important indicator of the best status. So in this kind of format, you can kind of see how players pair up against each other. You know, in other tournament brackets, they don't all play each other, but you end up with a foreigner who wins it, and that person is sort of proclaimed to be one of the top foreigners, if not the best. But in this kind of format, you got to play everybody, and to prove that you're the best of the best, you need to have more wins than them and a higher win rate ratio. So it's kind of a different format. A lot of good players. All the matchups are fantastic. 3 months this season lasts. We started February 5th. We end on April 24th. 66 total show matches, 330 total games. If you can, please donate. It's going to be spread out evenly among all the players because they're getting paid based on single game wins. If you subscribe, guys, we got some goofy Twitch emotes for you. We got 110 replays each month that we'll give you from this event. If you subscribe for all 3 months, you'll get 330 replays. I think they're some of the best replays outside of Korea. And yeah, you'll be supporting this event and most importantly, the players. What else? I guess the map pool. We asked all the players to mention their 3 favorite maps. And Polypoid was one of the most mentioned maps. It's still in the ladder pool. I love this map. I think great games are produced on it. Players seem to adapt to it pretty well. The second map was Neosulfid. That was mentioned by all of them. I love this map too. It's unfortunate it wasn't included in the ladder pool of this season, I think. The third map was Eclipse, made by the same map maker of Neosulfid, Latius. Another great map. I believe this is still in the ladder pool machine, is that right?
Which map was that? Eclipse?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's definitely still in the map pool, and like honestly, just one that I think most of the communities kind of flock to. Pretty balanced for just about every matchup. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's definitely one of the go-to maps for, I'd say, any competitive play at the moment. Yep. And
the fourth map, it's a newer map by Freakling. It's being featured in BSL. We wanted to support a foreign map maker who's been around for 2 decades. Not just making maps and ASL maps like Reef the Storm, Roadkill, Inner Coven. And I think he's produced maps for other like pro gamer leagues. But just because he's been mentoring a lot of map makers, especially on broodwarmaps.net, I thought it'd be cool to kind of pay tribute to him by including as standard and comfortable of a map as we could that's made by him. So this is a 3-player map, kind of different from the other standard ladder maps that players are used to. Last but not least is a map called D's E-Ray by Freakling as well. 4-player map. It's got a backdoor expansion.
4 colonies at the front. That's the unique feature for Zerg players, like being able to wall off there and put down sunkens and things is pretty useful for sure.
So it's cool including these new maps. I guess one of the issues is players practice on ladder, and those maps are ingrained in the back of their minds, and there's certain ladder maps I think they prefer. They can easily transfer their builds and strategies on. So when you include any map that's not in the ladder pool and is not a popular map in the ladder pool, I think you're more likely to get games that may not be as exciting or balanced or good or whatever as like games on maps that players are familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some viewers who prefer to watch some newer maps. We kind of tried our best to throw in enough kind of like standard ladder maps in there, like 3, to allow a player to prove he is better than another player on those maps they're both familiar with, if that makes sense. Like if you win 2-1 or 3-0, it's like, okay, I beat you on these 3 maps that we're both familiar with. I think the map pool does matter. Like sometimes you have certain outcomes and it's maybe important to take into consideration like the maps.
I actually don't even think people understand how important maps actually are. Brood War, like, so really what balances Brood War is the maps, and what really breaks Brood War is the maps. So you'll have, depending on the map, it's either super balanced or it's super favored for one race over the other. So
right.
Yeah, it's huge.
And I guess the maps that I've heard, I know some people complain about some of the ones that I'm about to mention, but people have played on it so much that they're all familiar with it. Like Fighting Spirit, Circuit Breakers, Eclipse, Polypoid, Neil Sulfid. Maybe you guys could mention some other ones, but those are all maps that people have played to death and they can easily kind of adapt to, and maybe a little bit more balanced than other
definitely more
maps.
balanced. Even those maps probably have, I mean, not even probably, they have their own little quirks and advantages and disadvantages for some matchups. Like, let's say, I know a popular one, like Sylphid, a lot of Protoss players complain that it's very difficult to hold 9-7-3
Because it's
there.
a garbage map.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Which one? Neo Sulfid?
Oh, Sylphid. Yeah, when you said like the top players like pick these maps and said like when you said Sylphid, I'm like, how many Protoss players actually said that map? Like that must have been all Terrans.
I didn't check actually, but I could actually pull it up. We probably have it in our thread.
I think it's not a bad map in general. It's just 9-7-3, a little tough to hold sometimes. Like you just don't have as much room to place cannons, I believe, as maybe some of the other maps. And I mean, some players have unique ways of getting around it too. Like I think we've seen Bonyth open up like Reaver even versus Zerg on that map just to defend 9-7-3. So like you can do tricky little plays to kind of like hold, and it forces some adjusting. But yeah,
you can, but PVZ is like the least of it. PVT, the rush distances are so short, so easy to take a third. You can't pylon. It's so hard to pylon. You like literally can't pylon block like out vultures from a third without like a bajillion pylons. And PvP on any map where you don't have a ramp becomes just a shit fest. It's just crapshoot because you just don't know. So when you don't have a ramp or it's a reverse ramp, it's either they're 3-gating or they're expecting a 3-gate, so it's DT, or they expect DT, and it's just like a hard build order win almost every game PvP. It's just rough. Like Process just don't like this map because I don't know. It's no matchup is easy, and even the mirror matchup just ends up kind of being flipping coins. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to all these.
Would you have preferred to get like Neo Sylphid instead of one of the current like maps that's in the ladder pool, like Shakir's Temple or Ringing Gloom, or you like those maps more than Neo Sylphid?
Doesn't matter. I've never played Neo Sylphid, so I'll take anything over it. Like,
plasma. Give him plasma.
Yeah, give me plasma over
no.
Sylphid. Like, that's right. You know what's great about plasma in the ladder pool is I don't even have to veto it because everyone else vetoes it. So I never play it anyways.
That's funny.
True.
But yeah, it's very true. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I just don't like Sylphid. I like in terms of like the most balanced maps, like across all races. I think it's Circuit Breaker and Polypoid. Like I think those are the two, most balanced maps that's out there right now.
And maybe map makers could draw inspiration from some maps that players really like to play on.
Yeah, I wish they would bring Blue Storm back. That was a fun map.
I enjoyed that map too.
I think everyone enjoys that map.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of
What?
people love it. Yeah.
I mean, I love it as a Zerg player, but
Yeah.
like open 9 pool speed there every game. Protoss needs to build 2 cannons no matter what to defend their natural. I'm a little surprised to hear you say that, but
I don't care.
Yeah,
It's
bring
a
it back.
that's a super fun map. Like, I enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that map.
I like
That's not even
Eclipse.
that's not even a great map for Protoss. It's just I love that map. That map's super fun.
Okay,
It's
so
like,
I'm copying and pasting the top 3 maps that all the players in our tournament had mentioned. Okay. Sorry, I pasted it twice. But you can sort of see chaotically.
Oh my god, Dandy Destination Longinus.
I think Trutacz had replied to Bonyth by saying ban him after he suggested Bloody Ridge, Monte Cristo, and Overwatch. Are those like Protoss maps, guys?
I'm trying to remember Bloody Ridge. I don't really know Bloody Ridge, but the other 2 I'd say are Protoss favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I really have a tough time on Overwatch. Oh, Monte Cristo! Oh my god, G5. Monte Cristo's the map you played Greg on that one time, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. The 3 separate entrances, kind of an island map. You gotta jump probes over. Oh.
So
saw that.
I'm looking at this. Like, how many Protosses pick Sylphid here?
None.
None.
Oh, Dewalt seems to have picked Sylphid. Is that his
Dewalt-
third choice?
Is Dewalt? Where is he?
He's after Sziky.
All right, he picked. That's wild. All right, one Protoss picked it third. Don't ask me why.
Doesn't
you may be right about that.
Gateway Expo pressure, if you do it really well, beat 973?
I mean, it can. I'm seeing it
Yeah.
like. Go for it.
I mean, you can hold 973 on the map. It's just hard. Like, it's just there's so many things Zerg can do. Like, mutas are strong, 973 is strong. Like quick, even like cheeky stuff like quick lurker drops in your main is like super easy given the map layout. And going in a late game, like it's not easy for Protoss. There's no like your third. There's no like one entrance to hold or anything. It's just a hard map. I don't know.
So
Like, you
Zerg
can win
can
on
get
it, it's just
away
hard.
with Zergs can get away with more like uniqueness, is what you're getting at, right? Like if they
Yeah.
want to do something gimmicky, they have a little bit more leeway.
Yeah, let's put it like this. When I queue up when I would queue up ladder like last season and hit Sylphid, and I would hit like October Zerg or Cadenzi or like one of these players where I'm like, I know they're gonna do some cheeky stuff to like kill me within like 7 minutes. I'm like, I'm dead. You know, it's just a hard map. Like,
How can you delay the inevitable?
I mean, you can always take the. I mean, that's the thing with Protoss early games. Like, you can always take the risk and just like try to defend everything, but like then you lose to just drone man. So, it's just a hard map. Like, it's not impossible. I just think it's hard.
When are we bringing Andromeda back to the map pool? You know, I think that one's a little underestimated. You know.
Drama was
It's,
bad. What about Zalia?
Yeah, Zalia. Oh my gosh, that would be
Like,
awesome.
but it is true. Like, that's maps make such a big difference. Like, there's a reason you see no like island maps, and even like semi-island maps like are there
Sparkle.
for a season, just go away just because you know
It's
they're
just-
so. That's the one thing that's super Protoss favored is any island map. Like,
Is it? I mean,
I
well,
think
against
fair.
Zerg, I agree with you, but PvT, TvP seems pretty balanced. In fact, we actually saw a pretty interesting game last week. What was it? It was Dandy and call it, or was it call it?
For BBT?
PBT.
Was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
Dandy
yeah.
versus Bonyth?
Right, Dandy. Wait, no. Well, on Sparkle. I don't think that was Bonyth. Right?
Oh, that was the Trovo event between Dandy and Dewalt. And
Dandy and Dewalt.
Dandy had chosen Sparkle.
And yeah, he had some pretty interesting like Wraith to Valkyrie opener, and actually just kept Dewalt in his main the whole game. Like it was kind of crazy.
It's good.
Yeah.
I still think it's Protoss favored.
Okay. I believe it.
I think you have to. I think in general, Protoss favor against Terran, but island maps as well. I would say you have to get like, for it to be like super Terran favored, you really have to get into like, if you like go back to like Lost Temple days and stuff, where you can like siege main, like siege outside of mains from your main as Terran.
I just think we need to do away with island maps for a little bit. Even Sparkle is probably like the best attempt at making like a well-balanced island map for every race, and it ruined that ASL finals like game. Oh man.
I can't even think about what that map is. I'm like looking
It's
it
the
up
one
right
where
now.
Zerg has a third gas inside the main that only they can take, and Protoss and Terran can't take it.
I don't think I watched this.
It made some pretty interesting late games from what I remember watching.
Yeah.
Do you remember that ASL map that had like it was like a semi-island where kind of like Plasma, a semi-island where it had like D-webs going all the way to your
Yes.
natural.
Yes.
Like that looks like impossible for Terran versus Zerg and stuff like that, but that produced some of the best games like PvZ. I don't know why, but
I know what
like,
you're talking about. It was
you
like
watch like
Larva versus...
Stork and Larva, and like
Yeah.
there was like some other ones that were just crazy games.
That Stork Larva game, I know exactly what you're talking about. That could have like been game of the year, honestly.
I don't know why it wouldn't have been. Like,
That's
what
cool.
would top that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really something special.
Alright,
Just
guys.
chit-chat.
So, Dewalt and Sziky are getting ready. I'm just gonna run a video and we will be right back with Dewalt and Sziky live. 5 games.
Here we go.
And we're live again.
Here we go.
Dewalt versus Sziky, are we ready?
Oh,
So?
I'm hyped. I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
I am ready.
Can we get someone to run predictions, please? What are y'all's predictions?
Sziky.
Ooh, wow, bold. Very
I
bold.
love. I'm a huge Sziky fan, man. I've watched this guy stream for so long. I love this man. I want to see him do it.
I want to see him do it too. If I gotta give my real predictions, I mean, you just can't bet against the main man Dewalt right now. He's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, that's not to say Sziky couldn't take a series off of him. He is a very serious competitor, but if I'm giving my real predictions here, I think it's going to be a, I don't know, 3-2, 4-1 Dewalt.
How many games are they playing?
5, all 5, no matter what.
Dewalt then. Yeah. I think Dewalt wins.
Yeah.
Herbmon, let's
Alright.
get your famous introduction, or Machine, or whoever.
No, you go for it, Herb. You go for it.
All right. Spawning on the bottom right-hand corner, hailing from Hungary, as the Red Zerg, we have Soul Sziky.
And we have spotting at the bottom left corner of Polypoid, IRK's own Dewalt.
Ah,
Yeah,
3,
buddy.
2, 1, Dewalt fighting!
Polypoid, I mean, as you guys were saying earlier, the most standard of standard maps. It's a 4-player map, which leads me to believe we won't be seeing too much funny stuff here from either player early. You know, obviously Dewalt, not the kind of player to proxy 8 against Zerg or something like that, but even if he was, this wouldn't be the map to do it. I'm really just kind of expecting a pretty standard opener from both players here.
Ooh.
9
Already a little
pool
bit of-
speed.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 pool speeds, it's not gimmicky. You can macro
Oh.
it just fine. Ooh,
No,
10.
Just
It
getting a
was.
drone.
He's getting the extra drone. So this is cute because a lot of Protoss players scout this and they think, oh, no gas, must be overpool. Dewalt's gonna need to pull some probes and recognize this pool timing. But it's not always easy to do. Well, he
he's
can't
kinda-
go Nexus first, is what I meant to say. You can't go Nexus before Cannon
Yeah.
against 9 pool.
Yeah. And he's gonna scout it, so he'll know. It was smart for him to send out a second probe.
Yeah, really underrated against 9 pools. Oh, he will see this drone. Very cute here by Sziky. He's faking an overpool expansion. And he's not actually planning on taking it right this second.
He rushed the Zerglings out first.
Smart. Ooh,
Yeah.
second cannon. He knew that's a 9 pool immediately.
Good response.
Yeah, why not? You know, you won't even have to pull probes here with this second cannon. Yeah, your Nexus gets down a little later. So what? Zerg committed so many resources to these early lings and, you know, delayed that second Overlord. I think it's worth it.
This probe from Dewalt's going to be able to see that all 6 lings are working the way to the naturals, so just kind of a breath of fresh air for throwing down that second cannon. Although, yeah, this was not the greatest decision.
Oh no!
Yeah, a little bit of a misstep. I wonder if he didn't... I mean, he saw that second cannon go down. He should have assumed it was there. I want to say the edge definitely going to Dewalt at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the big thing with that too is he's gonna have to make more lings if he wants to deny scouting, which means that, and he probably won't. He might make 2, but that means his probe is gonna be able to see everything Zerg's doing for an hour. So there's gonna be no, quick Hydra dens thrown down without it being seen. So it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, Sziky, really, you want to make sure you deny this scout, this follow-up scout from Dewalt. I would have liked to see a couple extra lings made here just to block that ramp, but as is, Dewalt gets full scout. He's gonna, once again, know exactly what he's up against here. And it's Drone Man for the moment, you know,
Mhm.
which is smart. I think Sziky recognizing, he's got 2 cannons as natural. I lost my lings early. I really can't put any pressure down. Let's just get my drone count up, get to lair, and you know, get an advantage somewhere else in this game. Cybercore down here for Dewalt and his main. Most likely he'll be getting that early Corsair out against this quick lair tech from Sziky.
Yeah, we have 4 lings being made, so he will chase that probe around. Probe probably shouldn't get back into the main. So, but Dewalt's gonna have the Stargate going up pretty soon, so he'll have the Sarah out not too long to go get a scout, see what Zerg's doing.
Hey, G5, what's your thoughts when you see a Zerg take a mineral only as the 3rd?
I just think Zealots are gonna do less because it's so, like the third and the natural is so close, so I don't commit as heavy into Zealots, and instead I
Okay.
invest into quicker Templar, start banking up and go for a more mid-game timing as opposed to early game timing.
Gotcha. Because for the Zerg, not having that third gas makes it harder for the Lurker and/or like Hydra Muta transition into the mid game. So I feel like it's kind of like a breath of fresh air knowing that they're limited on the gas.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm always worried. Like, it's enough to pump Hydras, and if he really wanted to do a Muta timing, he still could. So I feel like as Protoss, you're more worried like the first 7 minutes or 8 minutes like really worry you, and after that you kind of power up and you're easing into the game, and as long as you come out all right, you can really just kind of play the game however you want to play it. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like off of 2 gas, you could definitely still do like an early Muta timing. What it really seems to delay is maybe that Lurker tech for like a later transition, but it's really going to come down to when exactly Sziky opts to take that 4th in that mid-right base and secure that 3rd gas. And I mean, he can still do it, I think, in plenty of time that it won't limit him too much.
It feels like he's gonna Hydra man it.
Oh, that's a very late. I mean, I think he'll. Yeah, it's good. I don't want to say that's a late timed Hydra Den, but I mean, he's well off from doing any type of just a pure Hydra timing. You know,
Yeah.
no Evo chamber, just now going down, no +1 on the way. Yeah,
I think.
so it's.
Yeah, I think he's like drone manning, some Scourge for the Sares, and he's just gonna play defense against any Zealots that come in. Enough Hydra just to deal with it, and he's gonna pump out as many drones as he can to hold it, and then he's just gonna Hydra man it, take his 4th, get his 3rd gas, and move on from there. And it's actually pretty good. Just because Dewalt's sinking so much gas into Sares, which means less into Templar. So, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he was
But-
even getting that +1 on the
Oof.
cybernetics core for
Kind
the
of
air.
a cute little slip by of these early Zealots from that natural Dewalt. I don't think that Sziky recognized it.
No.
This could be an opportunity for maybe some drone kills here at Zicky's 3rd. Oh, no, I guess it looks like he's going straight into the natural here. But still very nice engagement here from Dewalt. Yeah, he'll 2 drones going down almost immediately. We'll get to the center of these Hydralisks. He forces a drone pull. Sziky will clean it up, but yeah, it's he's getting a good trade here.
Yeah, he delayed the natural. He's going to delay the main. Spreading around, getting all the scouting information so he knows exactly what Sziky's up to.
Clicking more drones, causing more lost mining time. I mean, perfect engage there from Dewalt. I wonder what these DTs are going to do. He's already scouted plenty of Hydralisks. Obviously, Overlords at the natural, Overlords at the 3rd. Wonder if he'll try to delay the 4th with these? Nope, he's going to show him, and he's just going to get some more free Hydra kills. I kind of like this.
Ooh, Zicky's not harvesting natural gas.
Yeah, just that Zealot timing, I think, threw him off a little too much.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh!
good catch.
Oh, that's a huge catch.
That's big.
Well, you know what's huge is we got Hydra Man coming. I mean, supply is huge for Dewalt right now, but man, he can't have much storm. Like, he'll have 2 storm maybe. It's gonna be if Sziky really commits to Hydra Man, like it's gonna be tight. We'll see.
I feel
Oh,
like
looks
we
like
can
he's
see he's kind of
droning.
droning behind it.
Yeah.
He's trying to fix that saturation in the main and the natural. I don't think he's going to be able to get much done here. In fact, I think Dewalt wants him to try to engage with these Hydras at this point. He's got a couple Storms, he's got 4 Cannons, he's got some Zealots. He's going to be fine here. Really, this is just the part of the game where, I mean, it just transitions to that next stage. I would expect Dewalt to bank up a few more Templar, pushed out, take his 3rd here. Meanwhile, we already see Sziky ahead on that 4th base, probably going to be switching into Lurker tech here shortly. Ooh, good storm dodges there.
Yeah, that was big. Sziky is just drone manning like crazy.
Oh!
He gets the
Wow.
storm. That was a nice play.
That's some high level control there. I mean, knowing to just slip by with those Zerglings, he kind of trapped the High Templar up against his own Zealots. That was very nicely played there by Sziky.
It's like he's played this game once or twice before.
Just once or twice.
Right. Oh, lurkers are out.
I mean, this is kind of a nice timing here from Sziky. It'll at least allow him to hold this 4th, right? Like, there's no obs on the map quite yet. You don't really even need that many lurkers to fend off like a big group of Zealots like this. So I definitely like where Zicky's at for the moment. I feel like Dewalt's got to be feeling the pressure here. Like, when do you get that 4th, you know? Or 3rd, rather.
I think what Dewalt's going to be opting for is like the 7-8 gate count, big army, then double expand behind it.
Well, what scares me right now is how many storms Sziky's gonna have available to him. Just because he sunk so much gas into Corsairs, DTs, two High Templar that didn't really do anything. Now he has obs and he's got goons. Like, we're looking at 4 High Templar, and like, I mean, those have to be some money storms. You have to be really confident there, because Sziky's gonna have a huge army here pretty soon.
Yeah, I feel like Dewalt's already got a pretty big army, though. I mean, I don't know if he'll quite be able to kill Sziky here with this timing, but 4 Templar, he's got the obs, he's got that Dragoon count, as you pointed out. A lot's hinged on this single observer, though. If Zicky's able to snipe that obs, like, the whole push is just shut down.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Dewalt's actually going to be opting to go for the 4th, going up into the small choke.
It's not scouted either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Yep, looks like Sziky adjusting now, moving all of his lurkers up towards this 4th. Yeah, pretty big storm there. Grabs 4 or Hydra.
Oh, these lurkers are whiffing.
Yeah,
Oh,
no!
No.
Wrong way.
Yeah.
Ooh, really unfortunate.
Yeah, Dewalt's got this. He's the majority of his army's on top.
Oh.
Storm's going down on top of the choke. Zicky's in a bad spot.
He's gonna have to give up this 4th.
This is
Like,
disaster.
it's just too late. There's no saving it. Oof. Really just didn't see the movie or the army movement.
Yeah, he just didn't see it roll around that way. Otherwise, he would have reacted faster.
Yeah.
I feel like Zicky's thought process was it's very common for players to attack the mineral only. So going in for that 4th was kind of like, wait, you're not supposed to be doing that right now.
Yeah, and this is Dewalt's game right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna start snowballing.
Every engagement seems to be going well.
Oh, yeah.
GG called by Sziky. I mean, Sziky was playing a very strong game there. I feel like it was a little unfortunate. It was just not catching that army movement. He had the lurkers to deal with it. He just needed it in the right place.
If he had everything in the right place, Dewalt was getting nothing done.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Great control there by Dewalt.
407 APM, Sziky. Whew! Your hands are on
Yeah.
fire. Jesus.
Yeah, you're flying at that kind of
That's like nada back in the day.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. Oh man.
To me, it shows that Sziky wants it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Polypoi definitely favors, I think, Zerg going into like mid-late game there, so I think it's a little unfortunate not to get that 4th base quite held on a map like that. Map like Eclipse, I think, will be a little more difficult for Sziky to hold that same timing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sylphid actually. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I apologize. So we have the same maps, and they're sort of played or shown in the same order.
Oh, no worries.
Neil
Yeah,
Sylphid
yeah.
is next, and then Eclipse.
Try to keep that consistency.
So it's not loser picks. It's just the next map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they play all 5 maps regardless as well, so it's not really a best of 5 like most other matches. It's
Well, I'd say this is advantage Sziky, but just because of the map. But Dewalt picked this map. He was the only pro to pick this map. Crazy man. But we'll see what he likes about it so much.
Alrighty, so we have at the bottom right corner of Neosylphid, RK's Dewalt spawning as the pink/red Protoss.
Magenta.
Magenta. Okay, magenta.
And then spawning at the 12 o'clock, representing Clan Soul as the strong, hungry Zerg, we have Sziky.
So, I mean, I know we mentioned it before this cast even started, but 973 definitely, I believe, a good option on this map. Just based on their positioning, Sziky's going to get kind of a later scout. It'll be interesting to see if he opts to send a drone scout out to scout the 3rd position or not. But either way, I mean, not a big map, limited number of bases. I'd expect both these players to scout their opponent here pretty shortly. That's a 10 gate from Dewalt.
Gateway first.
10 gate, not 9. What do you think of 10 gate?
What do I think about it? I mean, you throw less pressure on the Zerg, but I mean, it still forces links regardless. So, you know, if you don't think that they're gonna go hatchery first, anyways, you're not gonna do any damage to the drones. So, you know, might as well get that probe going faster.
Yeah, I agree. You definitely have to play like a more defensive opener. It's a little tougher for Zerg to kind of recognize 9 versus 10 gate. So you're usually as a Zerg, you just see the gateway, you're making the lings regardless. But yeah, Sziky going for a pretty standard overpool expand here. All very standard things. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he's able to get any damage done with these quick lings. But yeah, I don't know.
Who do you guys think wins this game? Out of curiosity.
I mean, it's anybody's game. I don't know. I think.
Watching how they played last game, new map. Who you put money on?
I mean, I gotta say Dewalt. If you were just talking about last game, he had a pretty strong. You know, there was no mistakes there.
I think Sziky takes this one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ziky's not going to lose his initial 5 lings to cannons, so I feel like he's going to be able to monopolize on his control if he's able to slip the lings into the main.
Yeah, and I loved his position last game. He just missed where the army was coming from.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
I mean, this is definitely delaying Dewalt's Nexus a
yeah.
lot, and I like the 3rd. And actually, a cute little note is the Overlord over Zyky's 3rd. That's their defend any kind of cannons, or at least scout out any kind of cannon timing.
Oh.
Oof.
I like how
Almost
he's
gets
I like how he's like forcing a block so you can't even throw down the Nexus.
Yeah, that's
Now
very
they're going
nice.
down.
It's
Yeah,
going
that
down, but
Nexus
you might
got
get another
delayed a
probe.
lot.
He had 200 minerals stacked after placing that Nexus. That's not a good feeling.
No, definitely not. But Dewalt does get that Nexus down, taking the gas in his main. Do you think he'll wait for Forge to get up, put down a cannon, and then send out some Zealot pressure?
Yeah. He's sending out Zealot pressure, but I think he'll wait for a cannon to get down. Or he'll just go at 5. I guess we'll see. Dewalt's such a safe player. He just thinks he's gonna outplay you later, and he usually does. So we'll see. Oh, he is gonna let Lings in. That's interesting.
No, that hurts.
It's just gonna give Sziky a good scout here. I mean, he's gonna need to make Lings to deal with these Zealots regardless. Meanwhile, Ziky's got Lair on the way. It's kind of his signature ZVP style. I feel like he opens Hydroman a lot less than most of the other foreign Zergs.
We have 4 probes on gas.
We do.
Yeah.
It's got to be intentional. I don't think Dewalt makes mistakes.
All right.
Cancels the natural nexus.
A little bit of a
Nexus.
blunder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big blunder here.
These Zealots are sneaking around.
I think
Wow.
that he thought the third was at the mineral only. He never scouted top left. And, oh, this is a big Ling counter here from Sziky.
I don't know. These Zealots, I feel like, are gonna get more work done.
You could be right.
What?
Wow, Dewalt
Lings
ends
are
up
doing some
kind of
work.
holding. Yeah, he's producing. He's got to be producing as many Zerglings as he can to try to fend off these Zealots in his main. But I mean, he's forced some lost mining time. He's canceled some cannons.
Oh,
Big drone
drone
drill.
drill. Oh, he's attacking the
A
double
little
attack
bit
your
of
own there.
a misclick there from Sziky. I think he's going to be able to clean this up with his rally, but yeah, Dewalt
It's
definitely
about 4 drones.
forced a lot of drone kills.
That's rough.
Yeah, I think this goes in favor of Dewalt.
Especially since he can just keep sending Zealots and force more lanes while making probes. Oh, we all have a drone line
Drone.
over there.
Yeah, drone on smoke break.
Yeah, this
I
is
feel
rough.
like that was supposed to be a Spire, too.
Oh, he probably just made a bunch of lanes and didn't have the money when it went down.
Sneaky Zealots. It's
Sneaky Zealots. You
Right.
can tell how DeWalt was feeling when that was going on with the cannon. Man, he was a little scared.
Yeah, you definitely can. Man, that was so many lost drones. I really feel like Ziky's kind of in a tougher spot, but pretty even on supply, actually. That's usually a good sign for Zerg in this matchup.
Yeah, a lot of it is in Lings, but I guess he needs that for Zealots anyways. Yeah, we're just droning up. We're getting, Pross is getting their +1 air. Sarah's gonna be out pretty soon. Not sure how far the Spire is, but it seems like he should be able to get a Scourge out to deal with this air. Shouldn't
Well,
lose
with only
too
2
many
on
of
gas in the main, I wonder if that's intentional.
Well, DeWalt doesn't make mistakes.
It's true, I knew you were going to say that. First Corsair coming out here. We'll be able to scout the main and natural of Sziky. Shouldn't see anything too out of the ordinary. No second gas at the natural. That should be the big clue that Sziky will not be opening Muta here. This should just be Scourge and drones for the most part. Sziky, meanwhile, getting those 5 hatcheries up, Evo Chamber, Hydra Den, all very good things.
So in this game, Herb, since Zerg took the gas third, I guess there's a gas at the other third too, but since you have a gas at third, do you think that you're more prone to go for earlier lurkers as a Zerg?
So with the early third gas, I mean, you follow the standard like Hydra tech route, the speed, range, and lurker upgrade, but I feel like this allows you to go in more favor of like a heavy lurk Scourge while getting the double upgrades. While if you don't have that third gas, you're kind of limited to like 1 upgrade with the lurkers, like obviously
Yeah.
you're refined on the gas, you can't pump out as much, so it just makes for the mid-game push, like the 8-game style that we've seen last game from Dewalt, just have that little extra strength.
Yeah, I would imagine that DeWalt's gonna be heading out here pretty soon, as soon as that speed kicks in. To
Is he
throw on
waiting for
some
any
pressure.
number of Corsairs, or is it pretty much just the speed?
pretty much just the speed. He may or may not send out Sares. He probably won't till he has 5, but as soon as speed kicks in, you want to throw on pressure anyways, just to force units.
Here we go. Just on command. He's waiting for that speed, but there should be a pretty big move out here by Dewalt. Will get met in the center by the Hydra Force of Sziky. And, ooh, getting some really good pickoffs there is Sziky.
Yeah, Ziky's not messing around here. He's not playing defensive. He made a bunch of units to attack, and Storm is not ready. So he just got a bunch of zealots for free. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, nice
selecting
snipe.
that Corsair.
The only thing that I could see an issue with this is it seemed like Sziky started producing these Hydras around like the 40, 42 supply mark. So I think he's trying to get a little bit of aggression done. But his drone count isn't as strong as it should be. So if this Dark Templar is able to get any drone kills, it's going to just hurt so more.
That's true, but as Protoss, when you go +1 Sair and put that much gas, this is something that can't kill you because you're not gonna have much.
Okay.
Zerg can just eke it out, like just force it out.
Yeah, this is a pretty common timing. This is like the Ret timing, like ZVP. Like, you really just get 1 drone per mineral at all 3 bases, and then you make nothing but Hydra.
Oh, DT's gonna do work though with this third.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, is it?
He might back up. He might have misread the situation. Oh, he can. Yeah, he's gonna be getting some drone kills here. This really will cripple your economy if you're Sziky.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm surprised you only got 3 though. Sziky did pretty good there.
Yeah, he really did.
Sziky didn't actually commit to this. He didn't keep making Hydras Ascendant, so this is just, he's sort of just forcing pressure.
Got some
okay,
zealots,
here's
but
an army.
didn't get the Forge, didn't get the Gateway. I mean, with that DT cleared, I feel like Sziky needs to group all his Hydra now. Like, send all the Hydra from the 3rd, put some pressure on. Because, yeah, he's just kind of set up for it now.
He's
Lurker. Ooh.
I really think he can bust here.
I don't think he can bust, but I think he can contain.
He can contain as well.
This is such an awkward timing for Sziky. Dewalt pushing it out the map.
This big storm.
Yeah.
He should be coming in with these Lurkers here, though. And, I mean, these Lurkers are really going to force a lockdown for a while here on Dewalt. I really like the timing. Dewalt moving out with the rest of his force. He's going to try to get some damage done here, but if Sziky can block that ramp to the 3rd, I don't think any damage is going to get done with these.
Sziky and Dewalt just play so standard and so just
solid.
Good. Yeah, just solid. Solid's the way to say it. They just play so solid.
Yeah,
actually
there
crazy.
are no holes. There will not be any silly mistakes made.
They both took economic damage and pressure in the early game, yet the game transpired, it's as if it never even happened, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. At this point, if you're Sziky, I think you rally all the hatcheries outside Dewalt's nat, and you just make Lurker, and you just hope that you never let the Protoss out. It's it's really so strong. I mean, I'd like it if he was picking that gateway off outside the natural too.
Wow. Protoss gonna have to pick it off themselves. Probably. Like if this contain gets so big enough, like you need to make some room for your army out there.
I mean, Dewalt's still got some zealots on the map. Like, he can get some funny stuff done here. I mean, he's got to understand that. I mean, Sziky knows those zealots are still out there, but he's got to focus on this contain. Here we go. Dewalt moving in with his first storm. Huge first storm. Huge first storm. That's the storm we want.
With second storm, but huge first storm.
I mean, really not a big.
He doesn't have enough.
Yeah.
Dewalt's gonna break.
He doesn't. Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, not the best trade from Sziky, unfortunately. I mean, it's just a single obs. I say that and a second obs comes in, but really you want to focus on sniping those obs early and
Was he just
extending
droning?
that contain. I think
Yep.
he was fully
Yep.
saturated natural, fully saturated third, taking his fourth.
Oh wow, he
But
has a
now
lot of
suddenly, Dewalt's maybe got a window. Dewalt moving out, taking that third base at the same time. This is pretty common. Yeah, good. What, 7 lurkers here from Sziky, and he sees the army movement this time, so there will be no surprises. Get in position. Wow, Sziky,
Oh.
I didn't expect him to move out here. Yeah, he feels really confident.
Great lurker targeting from Dewalt at the beginning of that.
Yeah, really putting a lot of damage down on those zealots, and focusing down the Corsairs as well. I like that. But Dewalt just kind of being a brute. He's got a little too many dragoons for this force. Oh,
GG, wow.
GG. Man. Huh.
Wow.
I mean, what did Sziky really even do wrong there?
So
He-
he went for that 4th expansion and droned heavy. He was hoping that contain would kind of keep Dewalt at bay for a little bit longer, but he just got caught up in the drone cycle.
I don't think he droned that heavy, if I'm being honest. Like, I think he did the appropriate amount of drones, but maybe just shouldn't have taken that confident of a fight in the center.
I think he overdroned.
You think so? Okay.
I think there was like there was a couple opportunities where he had windows where all he had to do was just make units to keep sending.
Yeah.
And he droned. Like he drone teched up. Like that's.
When you do the contain, like you have to put so much into it. Like the best way in my head to describe it is if you take the 4th behind a contain, like literally that hatchery that you build at the 4th is the only thing droning that hatchery, while every other hatchery is doing nothing but sending to the contain. Because that contain is the make or break. If you lose that contain, Protoss is just going to march their way to your natural and you lose, just like that game went out.
I wonder if that was, I mean, just purely because he knew that Dewalt still had some zealots out on the map. He wasn't really comfortable with committing to rallying all the hatcheries or something. I mean, either way, one very well played once again from Dewalt.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at it, but yeah.
All right. Well, top right, we got Sziky playing for Seoul. He's down. He is down 0-2 right now. He is the yellow Zerg. And bottom left, we got the brown Protoss fighting for IRK, and that is Dewalt. I guess he's red now. Nope, he's back brown. So
Eclipse. Give me your thoughts.
let me say one last thing about that last game. I think just because I die so many times to it, I don't think I think Zergs really need to understand where Protoss is given their build order and what they're weak against. And like Hydras trade efficiently with everything. Like you need Storm to really deal with Hydra, man. And when you sink that much money into, or that much gas into Storms, or that much gas into Sayers, +1 air, DTs, like you're just not gonna have much High Templar. And I feel like both of those games, Sziky, even with the small amount of Hydras he made Dewalt with some storms, or force out some storms, and instead of Hydra manning and just really trying to bust, he went for the more solid play instead of recognizing the window, and then Dewalt gets away with his build basically and doing what he's doing. So I don't know, it's
Okay, I see what you're saying. So any upgrade prior,
Eon Zerg would kill you there.
Oh, okay.
You know, he would just or Queen or name it. Like if you do a +1 Sayer build and sink that much into that much gas into Sayers, that much gas into just tech in general, and then DTs, and if your DTs don't do anything, your Sayers don't do anything, and your first 2 Templar actually die or whiff,
Like, how many storms you gonna have? They're just gonna Hydra Man you and keep sending until you're dead, you know? And you'll trade efficiently all day. And I think that there was a couple windows there that Ziki could have done that.
I've never thought of that window the way you described it. And I'm happy you did, because now I'm just going to go beat up a lot more Protosses on ladder.
Yeah, pros, like, they try to get away with stuff, and Zerg lets you, like, it's a great day for you. But once you hit that 3,400 mark, that 34, like, or 2,400 MMR, like 2,300, 2,400 MMR, the Zergs just kill you every day when you try doing that. Like, it's so hard. And I think Dewalt, like, the way he gets around it is he sends those DTs out and kind of forces Hydra back, or, you know, tries to delay that window until he has enough storm up. But both those games, Ziki's kind of just battled through that and made him whiff some storms. So I just think he just drones the Hydra.
Yep. Well, I mean, we kind of see a little bit of a deviation this game from Dewalt with that Forge first opening, but once again, Sziky just going for kind of quick layer play. Expect to see, you know, more Spires, more of everything we've kind of been seeing so far. I wonder what Dewalt's going to be going for here. Probably, is that Stargate? Yeah. So quick Corsair. I mean, nothing crazy really from either player.
Yeah, seems like a pretty standard game. Got Sneaky Zealot coming around. Love it. I should do more of this. Dewalt teaching us Protosses. He's done this a couple games now.
The sneaky probe.
Sneaking Zealots around and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, is that a zealot? Oh, it is, yeah.
It is.
That'd be cute if he hides it under the tree.
I mean, this is probably going to get caught here by Sziky. He's made Zerglings in anticipation. He knows it's out there somewhere. And
yeah, there it goes. There it goes.
So, free Zealot, but Dewalt,
what?
You know, forcing some Lings. He's going to get to put a little bit of pressure. With this Ling speed, he'll be able to clean it up.
Yeah.
No problem. I think he's doing it just to kind of scout. He wants to see drone count, wants to see Ling count, hatchery count.
Sneak off with the drone. Nope.
He did deal with it, no problem.
Yeah.
I've seen one Zealot kill Terrans all day, every day. Zerg just beats it off.
Yep. Ooh, opting to kill the first Overlord instead of scout with the Corsair. What do you think of that choice?
He got the scout.
Yeah, he's not scared of an all-in, so he scouted no second gas at the natural, so he's not worried about like rushing over to see if mutas are coming his way. And he didn't say Hydras or Hydrogen, so he feels safe. So we'll take that Overlord. Doesn't need to get the early scout off.
Might get the second. Nope.
What?
No!
Just perfect reaction time. Oh, he still wants to send that in to get a scout.
Smart.
Man.
It's almost like he thinks that knowing what your opponent's doing is important.
Yeah. Wait, you don't want to play in the dark?
Well, you don't want to lose this there, but it happens.
Okay, so with that early second gateway, correct me if I'm wrong, but that just means he's going to have a pretty strong timing, and when the upgrade finishes, but the follow-up's not going to be as strong, right? As if he had like the 4-gate, the timing would be a little delayed, but then the pressure would be consistent.
Yeah, it just really allows you to get a couple more Zealots out in tandem with this +1 speed timing. You know, we see players like Dewalt and Bonyth do this a lot. In fact, I think Dewalt's done this pretty much every game this series so far. So, you know, I think it just kind of seems to be the way Dewalt, you know,
just
opens
prefers it.
standard. Yeah, he just kind of prefers it that way.
So, Sziky actually caught another Sarah with
Yeah.
Scourge, which is huge. So
At the natural, yeah, that was huge.
yeah,
I mean, sometimes as a Zerg player, if you grab enough of those Corsair, that's gonna prompt a Muta switch. Like, you know, there won't be lurkers if that keeps happening. It's just gonna be a Hydra and a Muta, pick off the Templar, end the game.
yeah, and that's why Processes like getting these Sarahs up. Is just Mutas become so hard to deal with it. It really simplifies the game when you know you don't have to deal with it. So yeah, in general, I like Dewalt's opening. I know he lost a couple Sarahs, but you know he's got to get up the Sarah count. He's got to. He hasn't had to invest a whole lot of the cannons or anything else. His tech's up, his storm's up. Like he's safe from everything. His DT on the map, and he can kind of progress how he wants to. And Sziky, not sure what Ziky's gonna do. Probably lurker Hydra like the last game with drones and get that fourth and just be a macro beast.
Yeah, those Corsairs just supply block Sziky for a minute too.
Yeah, again, he's got a couple big supply blocks so far this game. That's definitely worth noting. I mean, that's really what's ultimately going to make Dewalt's timing even stronger. So it looks like he's finally moving out. What is that, like 10 Zealots, DT, his early Corsairs. We'll grab another Overlord as well. Just kind of getting the better of the early game. If an edge is to be had so far this game, it's Dewalt's.
Yeah. I'm liking Dewalt's position, but
Ooh, moving out with a Templar as well.
Is this going to be a money storm?
Could be. Oh, pulls back immediately as soon as those Hydras were jockeying.
It's so smart too, because Dewalt's literally he's sending this out. He knows it's not going to kill Zerg, but if he can get a great trade, he'll take it. And if not, he's forcing units as he can't drone man him to death right now. And
Yep. I like
That's
the
really nice.
Corsairs. He moves in with these to get some trades, and he's really doing some damage with these Corsairs at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like he's pulling the Hydras out of position to contest the army in the middle, so it gives Corsairs the opportunity to attack the Overlords at the third of the natural.
DT going into
inside the
that.
natural, and
Oh,
He
it's
saves
forced to back
it.
up.
nice.
Man, Dewalt's just been picking off like a Overlord here or there, a few Hydras here or there. Like this has been nothing but positive trades for Dewalt.
Pulls back, not overcommitting. Really smart play from Protoss, because you tend to see a lot of Protosses just say like, screw it, and then just
YOLO.
sacrifice everything, and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but Dewalt, no, he's definitely not going to be making those mistakes. Ooh, does lose Corsair though.
Yeah. I mean, when the Sarahs are getting this crazy and you have this gas bank, why not make, like, you ever think just, like, make, like, a round of Scourge to deal with it? Because it's not enough to kill Scourge.
Oh yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Especially off 6 hatch, like he's not hurting for larva right now. You know, he could afford it. He's got the gas. I don't think it's a bad option at all. And then when you clear those Corsairs, it not only does it open up the availability for your Overlords to stay alive, but then you hit your own Mutatech switch. It's really a great option.
Make 11 Muta, go kill all the High Templar, and then just Hydra man them to death. But Sziky's not doing it. Sziky's playing, again, super solid. It's Hydra Lurker. He's gonna make this macro game, and he's looking for High Templars, so it may be alone.
Yeah, this is a really well done so far by Sziky. Not committing with either of these two Hydra groups, but just looking for stragglers, looking for DTs, forcing Dewalt, to kind of get pulled out of position, and just also knowing exactly where the army is at the same time.
Yeah, now Sziky's getting some favorable trades. He's really looking for High Templars, but this is cute. This is like super high level stuff that you're seeing here.
Yeah, the poking and the prodding.
Yeah.
I'd like to see his rally set more towards the 4th here. Like, obviously, big pick off.
There's a DT.
Nice.
The back and forth between this whole game, like back and forth movements between Protoss and Zerg. Like these are little things as to why these are the top foreigners right now.
Yeah, absolutely. How difficult is it to keep up with this controlling two fronts at the same time while macroing perfectly? I mean,
Well, I wouldn't know because I don't have 400 APM like Sziky. If I did, it'd probably be pretty easy. But for me, it's impossible. So, you know.
ooh, really good positioning here by Dewalt, finally starting to make his presence known on the map. I'm expecting a huge timing here. And I mean, Sziky, once again, maybe could use an Overlord in the center of the map to kind of get an idea that this is coming, but it looks like he's prepared. Plenty of lurkers out in the center here. You know, the engagement will start. It looks like he's bringing in Hydralisks from other bases, but this is just a monstrous force once again.
Yeah, 160 supplies versus 105, and it looks like the control from Dewalt is just outstanding. Getting the huge surface area from the ramp, lurkers going down. Dewalt's not pushing any bases, but he
very
is on the
nice
map.
flank here from these Hydros, picking off a couple of those Dragoons, and I mean, Dewalt's going to have to really pay attention here while backing out, if should he choose to. Oh man, but this is just so many units.
Yeah.
He's doing this so efficiently too.
Yep, you never see the Zealots overextend and overengage. Like, he pulls them back at the right times, enters with the Dragoons to kill off the Sunken here, the Lurkers, whenever he sees them. It's just...
He has like one storm left though, so we'll see. I just don't think Sziky has the units, but this is where he can start trade. Oh, that's a huge last storm though. That last storm. If you only have one left, that's what you want. Alright, GG.
GG.
One storm to rule them all.
Right.
Oh my god.
That's 3-0 for Dewalt, so he wins the series, but we're playing the next two games, right?
Yeah, so how this works is each game's worth, correct me if I'm wrong, Ox, but $13. So they're going to play out all 5.
Right, and the point is to like maximize your single game wins so that you can show you took more games off more players than everyone else.
And also, it keeps the incentive in the series, you know, which is kind of my favorite part about it. You know, a lot of other show match series, as soon as someone, you know, goes down 0-3, they don't really care about the next two games, 9-pool or 6-pool. Meanwhile, here, Sziky can still walk away with some cash, so why not give it his all, you know?
And he can lose his stats by losing more or winning more.
That's true, that's true.
So each player has 55 games. You want to ideally get 55 wins and 0 losses. And in the end, we'll see how people rank from number 1 to 12. So that's why it's called the best of the best tour. These are the best players, but who's the best of the best?
Got it.
Demonio Azul is up next.
A little demon map.
Yep. Blue Demon, some people could say.
So, the game of Dragon versus Oya on this map. Dragon opted for the natural as the third to get the quick fourth. I feel like that playstyle is really good for Zerg. But with Zicky's style, I think he's going to opt for the closer third gas and then play it out like that. So I'm really curious on how this game's going to go out.
All right. So 8 o'clock, we got Sziky, Yellow Zerg. We should probably switch the colors here.
Yeah.
Blue Zerg.
Yay!
And spawning at the 12 o'clock position as the red Protoss, we have Dewalt. I guess kind of interesting thing to note about Demonio Azul, it's one of those maps where there's no ramp leading from main to natural. It's all one level, which, you know, usually when I think of maps like that, it has a lot more of an impact in like TVP, and I mean, I guess I just really think of TVP. but still, I mean, it could be nice here for Sziky to open something like a 9 pool speed, try to run by, get in that main. So it has little advantages here. But one thing I do want to say about this map, as a Protoss player, the distance between the naturals and the thirds is pretty far.
Yeah.
And I know, those of you who are watching might say like, is it really that far? It's not that bad. But any kind of distance, like for a Protoss player to get to a third, you really just need to be thinking, how long does it take a High Templar to run there, and how safely can a High Templar run from my natural to my third to defend it? And yeah, that's a pretty long distance here. So I'd expect Dewalt to be going for some pretty heavy 2-base play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Dewalt's done the same thing every game, so I'm gonna say he just does the same thing. Where it's just +1 Sair, +1 Sairs into a DT or 2, and then Storm, Goons, Obs. Once he gets that, powers off 2 base, he'll move out, take a trade, and take a third. But yeah, I don't know about that third. That third's far. You might just YOLO it with 2 bases here because that's rough.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sziky opens up with Overpool once again into a gateway opening. I mean, I think we're going to see the same from Sziky as well. I think we should probably expect to see that gas here pretty shortly. Layer, Spire, get his 5 hatcheries, play from there.
Do you take some sort of risk here as Sziky and just say screw the Hydra Lurker like macro style?
Oh, personally, yeah. If it were me, I just want to get a win against Dewalt.
Yeah.
Like, I think 973 honestly would be a great option to mix in here against Dewalt. Not that I think Dewalt's cutting any corners or playing greedy or can't hold a 973, but man, you gotta simplify the game and adjust the play a little bit, because you've just played a few games in a row, and I mean it's kind of the same result at the same time frame. Like, you gotta just shake it up a little bit.
My God, how confident Dewalt is just to like be okay with this and be like, yeah, I'll make it out here, all right. Like, I'd always hate this position, like having to deal with Lings here.
I want to know. I was complaining about that non-ramp to the main, and look where he put his second pylon. Like, that's so smart. Like, just give yourself a smaller entrance to defend.
Ooh, Lings get
So
in.
control. He got all 6 Lings in. Yep.
But I mean, Dewalt letting them in because he didn't want to lose that probe. Like, really, really top control here from Dewalt.
Both players giving each other a lot of respect.
Absolutely.
But Protoss can't move across the map though now. He has to deal with this. I mean, maybe he can send a Zealot, but
Protoss needs a forge down ASAP. Ooh. Mix around there on a single Zealot will lose all of its shield, but it looks as if it's just going to back up.
We don't have a lair, so I wonder if he's getting speed.
I mean, that's absolutely the play here. If you got this many wings inside Protoss's main, get your speed. And I mean, it doesn't take long for speedlings to start picking off a probe here, probe there, and it really affects the Protoss's economy. But there's another Ling. I mean, just he should really be thinking, I don't even want to engage with these Lings until I get speed. That's exactly what he's doing.
Well, it's nice too because he gets full scout. He forces the Zealots back, and he just gets a drone.
The confidence though with Dewalt, he threw down Cybernetics Core before Forge.
Yeah, he's got a probe out on the map, and I think he's scouted just drones for now.
Yeah, so good reads on both players.
Yep.
That probe.
Yeah.
Zyky's at 460 APM. He's just flying.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Do we have a lair from Sziky? Yep, we do have a lair. Probe doing some harass inside the main Sziky.
Sziky sees it. This is just so annoying. This is like nightmare for me. And Dewalt's dealing with it really well.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the Zealot.
feel like Sziky.
Wow,
Oh.
Sziky didn't even lose his Zergling there.
Beautiful micro.
Crazy, man.
Stargate's down. First Corsair in production for Dewalt. That
Another
should-
a probe.
Ooh, only 2 probes on gas and main.
I think Sziky's a little supply blocked at the moment, though.
Mm-hmm.
Too busy making this Protoss's life hell in the main.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, this is really the power of Speedlings early in this matchup. Ooh,
Another
couple
probe.
more probes and gas probes too. Look at Dewalt's gas. He's not, he doesn't exactly have the biggest gas bank to work with. This is slowing everything down. It's gonna slow down legs. It's gonna slow down storm.
See, this is why you let that probe die instead of them getting in the main. you lost a lot of probes there. That was rough. And Pro still hasn't like forced any pressure. Like, look at Drone Man here. Like, look at what Zerg has got done. Like, he's all set up.
Yeah, he's got his 5 hatches, Evo chamber, Hydrogen. He's in a really good spot.
Oh, we're gonna get Overlord here. It's more drones. This is Drone Man.
Yep. I would expect to see a pretty big swell of Hydralisk here in production shortly from Sziky. Meanwhile, Dewalt probably looking to get that early DT out here in a minute. Maybe grab a few drone kills at the 3rd or the natural. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
So yeah, it looks like Dewalt is actually going to be going for the same builds he's done the past few games. I mean, it's worked, so it's not broken.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Very
I mean,
true.
It is like the most standard of standard openers you could really do as a Protoss player. I mean, he's covered on all of his bases. He Corsair deal with any kind of Muta switch, Zealot legs and +1 for pressure here early. Yeah, he's just playing confident.
Both of them are.
Ooh.
Lang's coming in again.
I believe he's got a cannon in that main though. So I
See those
don't-
probes get pulled? He's like, not again. Oh, but he's got a cannon. Oh, but that gas. That's rough.
It won't go down. He's got a Zealot rallied, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're so smart, machine.
So smart. Ooh, picks off yet another Overlord at that natural. And Zealot's heading into the 3rd here. I mean, I think that's enough Hydras, though, from Sziky. He'll defend it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Dewalt just kind of imposing his will on the map.
These supply blocks, though, every game Dewalt has been able to get those crucial Overlord kills.
Yeah, I mean, that's just been the underrated part of this whole, show match so far. These Corsairs have just been silent killers. We don't always see them at all parts of the map, but they're running out there and they're grabbing kills. They're getting Overlord kills. They're preventing Muta. They're, I mean, it's like a second army out there for Dewalt.
Ooh, nice.
And getting some damage on those stairs.
Yeah, getting some good damage, pulls the Overlord back. I think this is enough Corsairs that it really should be forcing Sziky back with these Hydralisks. I think if Dewalt dove in right now, he'd get
Oh
some
my god,
kills.
these zealots are not scouted. They just go right in between all these hydras.
That's really going to do a lot of damage here. Sziky should absolutely get caught out of position.
These stairs are kind of forcing everything back though, so
There it
alright,
is.
now he sees it. Yeah, it kind of worked out, but that was
Great
scary for a second.
Great reaction here from Sziky pulling these Hydras back and bringing in that second force, but I think this is going to leave the Corsairs open to do some damage, possibly. Dewalt not moving in though. Not really. He's just looking for Overlords on the outskirts, feels like.
Mm-hmm. Both players playing
Lurkers.
this perfectly.
Oh man, big Overlord kills once again, and scouted Lurkers being produced.
You also had to cancel lurkers to save the
Yeah.
overlords.
Yeah, that's true. Sziky does
Zealots
have a
are
third
moving
guess.
out.
So,
I could try sneaking him. He does get scouted this time.
so many zealots.
And then he gets the Overlord again because the Zealots. Oh my god, Dewalt.
Yeah, it's these Corsairs. They're just, I mean, it all turns.
Yeah.
Doing so much damage. Only 2 Templar, though. You know, once again, kind of back to what G5 was saying earlier. You know, if you see this many Corsairs, it's a give and a take. Like, he's having to give something up somewhere else, and that seems to be Templar.
Just gas. Yeah, he's getting ready to deal with lurkers. So he probably has a robo coming with obs, getting his goons.
That is a lot.
These lurkers are out of place.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get a lot of overlords.
Yeah, big overlord kills once again.
Good.
I mean, he really just, he should have made, he should make some Scourge, I think. Just try to kill off those Corsairs, but either way, I mean, these Zealots will get pushed off by these lurkers. There's so many lurkers.
They did work though.
Are
That
they?
was such a.
Are they? They're gonna kill the entire mineral line.
Oh, these drones! These
they
drones!
I think a little bit of a miscontrol. He should have pulled his drones to the natural. But yeah, every drone will go down at Sziky's third.
GG, yeah.
Oh, that hurt.
Ooh, man. Dewalt.
Arcade Dewalt.
It's a brick wall. What do you do? I mean, that was the best opening so far by Sziky by a long shot. I mean, really intelligent play to delay that layer, get that link speed, you know, bounced around with those Zerglings for so long early on, delayed everything Dewalt had, killed a lot of probes, and Dewalt still just, I mean, came right back.
Yeah, you did hide your lurker. It was like, I feel like I watched the same game with little variants, kind of every game. That time, Dewalt obviously killed him earlier, but yeah, it's been somewhat. They've both gone for the same build, pretty much or the same sort of style every single game. It's interesting. Well, this is it. Zyky's either taking the game or it's a clean sweep.
Don't want to say it, but it looks like Dewalt's making easy money.
Yep.
Let's just say when he goes back to Korea, he might be able to afford a fondue set.
How did he do in the ASL qualifiers, by the way? I didn't see.
I heard he put up some good games, but I mean, obviously, he didn't make it. But
Yeah, he did really well. He actually got knocked out by Scan.
mm-hmm.
Scan qualified. I was happy for him.
So
Yeah,
lost to Scan, who ended up winning it. So I mean, he did pretty well.
Yeah. All right, we got Sziky, top right. Green or blue Zerg?
Go for it, Herb.
And
and
bottom left, we got red Dewalt. Red Protoss Dewalt, fighting for IRK. Up 4-0. Woo!
Alright. Diaz Array. Kind of a interesting map. There's a mineral line which blocks off your natural
Whoa.
from the outside. Whoa, that's a very quick, very quick pool. Definitely switching it up here is Sziky. I was gonna mention the natural, but I don't even know if that's gonna come into play.
Can Lings go through?
No.
Well,
You can full wall. You can full wall as a Protoss, but actually,
he's not going for the wall though.
he's not going for a wall.
So.
It's probably a 2-gate, if I had to guess here from Dewalt.
Ooh, yeah.
Which I think is absolutely fine, obviously, against 6 pool.
And then is.
I'm such an idiot. Like, I didn't even realize I was a 6 pool until you just said that. I'm like trying to look at the map, like, what is this thing?
Very quick pool here.
Mm-hmm.
he's got to get some damage done. But usually when you open 6 pool, just from my own experience, you want to see a forge first.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Oh, I thought he was taking the gas in his main. I thought he was going for speed or something.
Get no ling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Dewalt's position. Like, you want to have a zealot out. Like, yeah, if you go forge against this, you're in trouble. But going gateway, you can kind of deal with it. It's not easy though. Like, Zeke is gonna do some work. I'm just curious if he keeps making links or if he starts droning behind this.
Probe on drone. Okay, never mind. Looks like they dealt with it. Yeah, for any Protoss players out there, if you see early lings like this, your scouting probe, just go attack the drones in the mineral line because there's so much micro concentration at the Protoss's main that you'd be surprised on how many probes or drones that probe can get.
Well, you got 1 probe, you got 2 probes. Ooh.
Battery shield. Shield battery.
I think shield battery's actually gonna be very useful for him here. He's
Oh!
Wow, that was
good
huge
trades
for
there.
Dewalt.
Probes.
Yeah.
And he's making Zerglings, like he's committed to this. This is it.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Oh.
forced a lot of lost mining time from Dewalt here, but Dewalt I think he's just got to keep producing zealots from that gateway. And
Yeah,
keep
Dewalt's
trading.
dealing with this really well. Yeah, that's game.
Goes down.
GG.
GG.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god.
Well played once again by Dewalt.
You just took down one of the best foreign Zergs.
Easily
5-0, is 5-0 good?
Did I break the game?
That's pretty good. Jesus. Dewalt, what a monster. Sziky put up some good games though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, crazy from Dewalt.
I mean, he's clearly just in top form right now. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure
Yeah.
who's gonna be able to top him at the moment.
So the competition is pretty intense, guys. All the matches are kind of like semifinals or finals of a tournament where you get these big names playing against each other. Hopefully everyone's having fun watching it, playing in it, casting it. I appreciate people tuning in. That was really good games, even though the outcome was 5-0 for Dewalt.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, Sziky obviously has the form to be able to take, a game and series off Dewalt, but Dewalt just doesn't have any holes at the moment. At least not in that series. Yeah.
True. Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Well, Sziky tried something in the last game. Can't say he did. But yeah, Dewalt's just too solid. So who we got next?
Your favorite matchup of today?
Damn straight, Bonyth and Trutacz. That's gonna be good.
I can't wait. I mean, Trutacz, fresh off of a series win against Bonyth, right?
Really?
At, the last BSL. Yeah, the last time they met each other in BSL, he knocked Bonyth into losers, where obviously Bonyth did Bonyth things, came back. But man, if there's one player right now who's not afraid to fight the Bonyth, it might be Trutacz.
Yeah.
Well, they play together so much. It's they both know how each other play. So
Yeah.
and when you're that good, you know how each other play, and you practice against each other all the time. You're confident. It just comes down to, like, mind games and execution. It's gonna be interesting. It should be some good games.
All I can think about is when Bonyth got into the losers bracket, I just feel him being like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, what is this place?
Right.
I haven't seen this since I was a young boy.
Yeah, it's so true. Bonyth just obviously very notable figure inside the foreign Brood War scene. I mean, just
Well, and yeah, and on that note, like, it has to be so wild for Sziky to get 5-0'd just because, and just come to that grips, because when remasters come out, like 2-3 years ago,
Yeah.
is when remastered come out. like before Remastered came out, Sziky was #1 foreigner from like
Mhm.
StarCraft 2 to Remastered. Like he dominated that era. And when Remastered came out, you saw a bunch of players come back, other players come up, and you know, we have new kings at the top of the forward scene. But yeah, Sziky, he's still up there. But
Oh, yeah.
man, Bonyth and Dewalt, they're tough. Trutacz, Eon Zerg. I would say that's actually probably my top 5 foreigners. Maybe you guys can correct me, but I'd say like Dewalt, Bonyth, Trutacz, Eon Zerg, and
we all have our
Sziky.
personal favorites. I mean,
Those are
I
up
think
there,
you
though.
got.
Oh, you know,
I think you
you know
got to
what?
throw Terror in there somewhere.
yeah, I'll throw Terra and Dandy.
Terror
Maybe
and
I'll
Dandy, yeah.
Terra and Dandy maybe a place above Eon or
Koget.
Yeah,
Man,
Koget.
actually,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually just. It's
There's
so,
so many.
Yeah, I don't know,
D-
man. Like the player pool is just so deep right now. I really don't know if you can give like a really definitive top 8 or whatever. There's so much good talent.
yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna run a short video, and we'll be right back.
I don't know what to say. I'm gonna
That's a really old school trick.
it's a really old school trick, still works. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, grab a drink, but you guys go ahead, start it up. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, we can wait a minute if anybody needs to take a quick break. Maybe I can run a ad for 60 seconds and add a few pennies to the prize pool for the players. If you can, guys, please donate or subscribe. All the funds go to the prize pool. You'll be supporting the top foreigners. I think there are a lot of people who consume fantastic Brood War content and could chip in just a little bit. So I'm gonna make you feel a little bit guilty if you haven't donated or subscribed and you watch a ton of Brood War content. If you have donated and subscribed to players and things like that, that's fantastic. This is more aimed at people who have never gotten around to maybe pitching in a little bit and supporting these guys. They are the representatives of the foreign scene, and they really appreciate any number of dollars that you can contribute. I'm sorry, someone was going to say something and I rudely interrupted.
No, it was just like you're coming off with that dad energy where it's like, son, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed. And you're like, that's even worse. No.
I love you guys. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. We went out of our way to devise a system to try to benefit as many players as we could, prize-wise. So, all of it doesn't go to 3 or 4 players. Everybody benefits because they've won single games so far. It's a great system. It's equitable. All the players have been super positive about it, and they want another BBT. The only thing is, when you have a round robin and you have this kind of prize system, the more players you have, the more the value of each game is diluted. right? So if we had 8 or 7 players with our current prize pool, the value of each game win would be much more. I'm not saying that the games right now aren't at a good value, and big shout out to Esport Fund for matching our funds and adding $1,500 to the prize pool. Big shout out to CRVT for donating $500, and all the other donators. Really appreciate it. We got to $4,300 with donations and some subscriptions. We haven't gotten that many subs from people. If you're a student of Brewbor and you're looking for reps, I think this is the best package that you're ever going to receive. I don't think that's a exaggeration, because it's the best players and they're playing 5 games. Each game is worth some money, so they have a lot on the line, and they're going to try to come up with builds and strategies that make sense. In my mind, Sziky wasn't really cheesing that last game. I think he played standard as much as he could. All those 4 games, he lost 4 games in a row. And that fast pull, to me, was sort of an attempt to throw off Dewalt, maybe.
Yeah.
And he may have been demoralized a bit, but it's still like, if you're playing a set, like 5 games, it's not like a single ladder game against a new opponent each time. You have to like switch it up, I think, a little bit, right?
Yeah. It's like how we keep calling Dewalt a wall. Sziky was like, all right, instead of going over this wall, I'm going to try to go under this wall. And it didn't work.
Yeah, taking a different approach. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You have to like try to vary your play just to, I mean, possibly throw Dewalt off his game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your patience. Let's get into it.
Do it.
Really appreciate you guys joining me today, viewers, casters. You've all been very fantastic. Hang in there. We'll figure this COVID stuff out soon, hopefully.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. Game 1 of the series. We have spawning at the bottom right of Polypoid as the pink Zerg, IRK's Trutacz.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner as the black Protoss, we have Bonyth.
It's awesome. Are you guys okay with these colors, or is red and blue better so you can see Bonyth's color on the mini map
I think
better?
this is fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
I think this will be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to stick with this color.
Any Polish speakers out there want to translate this for us?
Yeah, I speak Polish. She's saying, Bonyth, you're a piece of shit. Garbage. About the regular. Bonyth said standard.
Yeah. Standard response.
Wow,
Big shout out to all the Polish players and fans. Wonderful Brewbor community. Fantastic players. Bonyth, Trutacz, Koget.
Draco. Yep.
Oh, Draco, I forgot about
Zero.
Yeah. Draco, one of the foreign greats of all time.
that.
Yep.
How about Misters? That guy was fantastic. Great Protoss player.
Yeah, I'm sure some people have said that before. Alright, we got Bonyth going down with a 2-gate in his main. It's kind of one of his signature builds, PvZ. You really don't see many foreign Protosses at the higher level do this, with the exception of Bonyth, but he just makes it work.
It's you think that, like, okay, you see zealots at your natural and all that from the double gate, like, this is scary. The scariest part of the double gate is, what are they doing afterwards? You know, like, okay, you stop building zealots, now what's coming? Reaver, Stargate, Zealot Archon, Natural, Dark Temple, like, you're just like, I'm so in the dark. And with Trutacz going to be getting the, like, last possible scout with the Overlord, like,
He won't scout. He won't scout. I was gonna say the biggest fear I have against 2-gate now is no one does this. So nobody scouts in all the way with the drone and the zealot. He did not see Bonyth's main, I believe, bottom left. He doesn't know where Bonyth is, and he definitely doesn't know that there are 2 gateways rallying zealots to his natural right now. This is scary.
Because if Trutacz knew where he was at, he wouldn't be expanding close to the Protoss.
No, definitely not. I mean, he poked in with the drone at that natural, saw nothing, and said he's not there. and
Oh,
it's
no.
very common. So
Oh, no.
I've done this before so many times.
Yep. Yep, you see the Zerglings going to the top
Yeah.
left. You're going to feel like such a fool once those Zealots are in his natural.
This is rough.
Yeah.
So Ling's scouting top left here. We'll see nothing, and now he doesn't know if he's even bottom left or bottom right. Meanwhile, 3 Zealots moving into that natural, getting their first Zergling kill, and oh no! Trutacz built drones behind this.
Yes, that's one thing I was going to point out. So,
Trutacz is, yeah, he's in trouble.
You know, you sometimes against a player like Bonyth, you cut some corners, you take some risks, and yeah, those drones are not going to help him at all right now. Had to cancel a third because of the positioning. Ugh, this is just a nightmare for Trutacz.
2 drones down. Canceled the sunken colony. He canceled the third, so good play on that.
Canceled the third, but I mean, he forced a sunken colony on top of losing those drones. He might not have enough wings here to deal with this.
If he can hold the ramp, so the Zelts don't get in.
Third
What?
drone going down. Fourth drone. Fifth.
Oh, this is rough.
G5, quit smiling.
You know what I'm thinking right now? All I'm thinking is, like, how many, like, 1,200 MR Pros players are watching this being like, oh, my friends keep telling me to go fast expand against Zerg, and I just saw Bonyth kill Trutacz with Sziky. You know?
Yeah. Like the resurgence of
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's not a bad build. As someone who hits this on ladder occasionally, like, 2-gate is still a build against Zerg. You can
It
still
is.
just
It
make
will
zealots
always.
and kill Zerg players.
Yeah.
It's still a build, but if it gets stuffed, it's rough. You're not dead, but it's rough.
I remember being told a story. Apparently, there was like a Warcraft 3 pro that came to Brood War, and all he did was double gate, and then like made it to A rank on IC Cup, and said the game was too easy. And
I don't
ever
know who
since,
that would be, but-
it was like Moon or something like that. But this goes to show this build is really freaking strong.
Can't
Definitely
be.
is. Big engagement at the natural. I mean, the sunken at least getting some value now.
But at what cost?
Yeah, it cost all these drones.
Yeah.
Another drone
My
inside the main.
God.
Another drone going down the main.
No, Joe, what are you doing?
Oh no.
Oh,
This is
Oh, this hurts.
what does he have? Like 8 drones? 7 drones?
yeah, it's let's see here. 9 drones.
Well, there's a drone count because it's replay.
Yeah. Right
I just
away.
want to see if
that's
Machine can count, and he can't. So.
Not bad. Counting's never been my strong suit.
I started counting them too, Machine.
I think it counts. Oh, he had the drone at the third. I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh no, Bonyth, you're so good.
Zealot poking in here to scout a third that's not there. I mean,
Yeah.
you're definitely happy to see that. What do you do if you're 2-touch? Do you go 2-hatch muta?
Oh yeah, looks like it. I was about to say with that first 100 gas, we're
Yeah.
gonna figure out the route he goes.
Quick Muta is not bad against 2-gate anyways, but I mean this 2-gate did so much work, delayed so much stuff. It's rough here.
Yeah, he's got a Stargate down. I mean, he will probably get an Overlord with that Stargate timing.
One thing you can't do is try to play standard after this.
Yeah, we're not gonna see a Sziky game.
Oof. +1 attack on the way for Bonyth. Eventually, when that completes, you should be able to trade pretty well against any Zerglings on the map.
Trutacz is gonna be going for a lurker contain.
Nice. Okay.
His Hydra Den timing was a little off, but yeah, that's what I think he's gonna go for.
Yeah, it was a little early, but he might just be doing that to get a Hydra out to defend against the Corsair.
Ooh, good point. And there's the lurker aspect upgrade.
There we go. So it is a Lurker contain. Not a bad option, given the circumstance. You know, maybe he's just kind of hoping, Bonyth won't be ready. He gets his obs really late. It at least allows me to take a third base and defend it.
I'm curious what he does with it though, like whether he like goes full lurker contain or he just makes
a few just to defend against Zealots at his natural third that tries to
Macro behind it.
tries to macro behind it.
Yeah,
Get back into it that way.
I think that's exactly what he's going to be opting for. The only way we're going to be able to tell those once those lurkers morph is if he just makes like a huge wave of like speedlings behind it.
Bonyth sneaking that Zealot out and scouting the third. He knows he's on 2 base. Like, he's
Yeah,
looking
he
all
knows.
over the place.
Oh yeah.
He's like, what is going on here? And
Makes a 4th cannon, 5th cannon even at that natural. He's in. I mean, there's just no possibility of a break here.
yeah, when you don't see a third for this long, you're thinking, how's he trying to kill me? And
Oh no.
he's not seeing Muta.
5
Alright, he's
lurkers in
moving out.
production.
Yeah, this is the only thing that Trutacz did not need.
He's
It's
yeah,
gonna work.
he's going. It kind of looks like he was opting for like a lurkerling bust.
No.
It does look like that. He's gonna end
Yeah.
up losing 3 lurkers here. Oh, 1 goes down. But either way, he could just run by and start engaging this natural. There's no drones. There's no. I mean, not much anything here. A couple lurkers to defend.
Beautiful, like improvised wall with the drones.
Yeah, I do like that. It's exactly what you need to do to prevent them from running by. Oh. Okay, he's got 4 lurkers containing Bonyth, and Bonyth trying to get research Dragoon range out of that cyber core, and it will go down. So not, the greatest here for Bonyth. He's gonna need that Dragoon range to eventually deal with these lurkers.
What's interesting is the spire is going down, so I'm curious if he's taking down the core, so he knows there's gonna not be goon range, no +1. He's taking down the forge. I don't know. I'm curious if he goes for a Muta switch after this.
Ugh, I don't think it's gonna
Wow,
work.
this is efficient.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great
4
trade.
zealots taking out 4 lurkers. 4 lurkers for 3 zealots. That's pretty good.
Make that trade any day.
Snipe that third. as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Does get the
He's-
cancel off, but he's
Yeah.
no closer to a 3rd base.
I think he's gonna make Muta.
That's the only thing he's got.
Yeah, Muta
Yeah.
a little more larva efficient. He's been on 2 hatch the entire game.
So, what we got to defend Muta? One Sarah patrolling,
Cannons.
and is there cannon? There's a cannon, man. Huh?
The zealots like stack on each other's shoulders. The highest zealot can start poking at the Muta. No.
Yeah, he's just making Muta. He's gonna send it to the main, hope it snowballs, and
Yeah.
if Bonyth stops it, I think he's just gonna tap. Yeah, he's
taking
not.
his 3rd.
This is... Did he move the Sarah? Does he not know Muta now?
He was doing a patrol, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just bad timing.
And
Alright.
only 4 Dragoons with no range. I feel like he's getting a 2nd cannon out, but these Muta could do some damage.
Yeah.
Wow, the 3rd behind us.
Yeah. This
One Muta
is.
does go down. Ooh, should be morphing an Archon in the main here in a second.
Yep.
So once this Archon gets up here from Bonyth, he should be able to push these Mutas away, but until then, they kind of have free reign. Trutacz scouting the Archon being made here by Bonyth. Not bad. We forced some lost
Yeah.
mining time from that main, picked off some probes, maybe made Bonyth create that Archon a little earlier than he'd necessarily want to. So pretty good little trades. Ooh, grabbing some more probes going from that 3rd as well. But I
Yeah.
mean, we're still on 2 hatcheries.
These Mutas have to win the game. So
Yeah.
This is just rough, and because he left the main, he's given an opportunity for cans to get up. So, oof.
Trutacz trying to make do with what he's given, but as we can all, the GG goes down. I was going to say he can smell it. He sees the third. He was in the main. He's seen the infrastructure. He's seen that Bonyth had the tech. He was just in a bad spot.
Yeah, that was just that 2-gate not getting scouted for so long.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah, 2-gate. Still a good build. And 1-0 for Bonyth.
If I get double gated on ladder, I'm cursing Bonyth's name.
No, you're not cursing Bonyth. You're cursing. You gotta be Mad Machine because he's the one who keeps saying it's a good build. I'm telling you. All those people watching are just shaking their head like, yeah, you know what? That's right. Bonyth did it. Machine thinks it's pretty good. I think I'm gonna do it too.
The machine's a good player, so it must be a good build.
I think that comes down to like these guys know each other so much.
Oh yeah.
Not saying it's not a build because it is, but it's probably has to do with like mind games of them playing with each other so much, and that's probably part of it. And then the other part of it is if you're gonna throw in a cheeky build, you do it game one just to keep people honest.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it goes.
What do you guys think the final outcome is going to be score-wise?
I mean,
it's gonna be a close series, I think, but I'm leaning towards I'm leaning towards Bonyth. I think on this one.
Yeah.
3-2 Bonyth, I'll say.
I was really wrong about the last series, so I'm just going to go with the easy answer and say Bonyth.
I'll be really wrong this time. I'll say 3-2 Trutacz.
Ooh.
Okay, I like it.
I like how the Zergs pick Protoss and the Protoss picks.
Yeah, right? What's going on?
We're all scarred.
Yeah, exactly.
we know what can happen to us.
All it takes is one wrong decision.
I'll watch the Discord, by the way. Not bad. Alrighty.
Let's get into it. Herbmon, famous intros, go.
Spotting in the bottom left-hand corner of... I already forgot the Sylphid.
Yep, Sylphid.
Yeah, I got it! Woo! Representing Clan IRK. He's been in the scene for years as one of the top Zerg players, known for his really strong aggression and micro-control, especially in ZVZ, but this is going to be a ZVP. We have Trutacz.
Try to top that, G5. No pressure.
Yeah.
I like G5's intros. He's like in the bottom, there's Bonyth.
Yeah, in the bottom right, there's Bonyth. You know who he is. He's playing. He's blue this game or brown this game. You got it.
Dad toss.
Dad toss. Oh, I've been trained to be the next like boxer introducer. You know, he's getting paid mad money to just yell people's names. And
Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that guy has the coolest job.
I know.
Fighting out of 4 o'clock.
I've seen this man kill someone. You're like, oh my god.
I've seen this man kill someone. I love it. Well, we got Trutacz scouting Bonyth first. That will be, was that a 10 gate? I think that was a 10 gate, right? So he should be able to scout that quick gateway here and deal with that kind of early zealot pressure. Meanwhile, taking his own expansion after overpool. So, you know, no surprises here. Both players playing very standard.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
That's a good block.
Mm-hmm. And could get the kill.
Yeah, he got first head off there.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna force another drone to be sent out. Ooh, and the pylon block. Nice trailing with that drone though. He might get a kill.
No. Close though.
Yeah, very close.
Okay, I like this. He's going to take the mineral only. It just he knows that the natural is going to take forever to be able to get. Forcing the sixlings out, losing the probe, but doesn't even have to attack the pylon.
Yeah, Bonyth, too smart. He knows with 4 lings it'll get canceled pretty quickly anyway. Might as well get your money back.
Mm-hmm. So here with this build coming out from Trutacz, if he takes this natural and then takes gas, I really feel like we're going to be seeing the 973.
I think you could be right. It's a good position for it. We've said it before. Yeah, Bonyth not really able to take this natural quite yet.
Yeah, let's see if oh, he's getting some damage on the zealot.
Beats the shield, but doesn't really get much on the health.
Trutacz is making some lings though. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He's just saying, you know what? You're not gonna do this right in my face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You're gonna pay for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's putting the pressure on for sure. I mean, it only takes one, big misstep for Bonyth to lose a bunch of zealots, and then suddenly he loses his natural here. There's no cannons, there's no stack defense yet. Like, it's not easy for Bonyth to hold.
And Trutacz is blocking the main natural choke, so.
I love that. I mean, if you're Bonyth, anything is still on the table right now. Could be 973, could be a fast layer, and it just went unscouted. It's it's
probe
tough.
going down is big too.
Yeah,
No
that is
scouting
very
info. Probably got prop Bonyth to move out pretty quick too, because he wants to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, he is trying to sneak out a probe, but it looks like it will get denied.
First.
Yeah. And at this stage of the game, as Protoss, if you're not seeing what Zerg's doing, you are kind of low-key panicking. You kind of have to know what Zerg's doing, and I think Bonyth, looking at how this probe's probably gonna get denied because Trutacz is chasing it down. He's gonna send these zealots out because he has to see what's going on.
Yeah. And Trutacz, he got the 100 gas. He opted for link speed, so I think we're actually going to be seeing like some sort of 5-hatch Hydra play style. I've been watching Effort do this quite a bit recently.
Yeah,
So what?
I was gonna say it's really cute that you mentioned like this ling speed timing, because this has really only kind of come back into style recently, but it's for the exact same reason that G5 said. When you've denied all scouting, eventually Protoss says, I have to just send some zealots across the map right here to get some kind of idea of what's going on. So if you have ling speed at that time, those are free zealots.
I'm like sort of confused that he hasn't sent them out, just because he's like, it looks like he's waiting for the Sare, because like when you're in the dark this long, Trutacz could just like, he could be Hydra-ing right now, and like, what do you do? You know, it's
Accept it.
yeah. Bonyth is just like, I hope you're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, you're a good friend of mine. I know you wouldn't do that to me.
Yeah.
You're not that big of a scumbag. Not two friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I mean that's kind of absolutely what he's doing right now. He just doesn't. Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable moving the zealots out. Maybe he's expecting the ling speed.
Yeah, they play so much. Maybe he's just,
He's
I know
done
he
it before.
early on. I know he likes to. He's more likely to like mass ling me than Hydra bust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just keeps him back.
But the drones coming out from Trutacz right now, he's up to 32 drones to 36 probes. Still no layer attack, but everything is just going into mass Hydra. Might be seeing a 6-hatch coming down with an Evo chamber. So yeah, this is we're gonna hit a timing for Trutacz, and I don't think Bonyth's gonna be as prepared as he should be.
Yeah.
Layer going down at the third, I like that. Just kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bonyth knows exactly what's going on here. He sees nothing but drones. A couple Hydras just deal with the Corsairs so far. But no real vulnerable spots here from Trutacz. Bonyth, meanwhile, it's about that time. He's going to be moving out here with these +1, speed zealots, and they're going to be looking to do some damage.
Oh yeah.
Sunken going down at the natural. I like that from Trutacz. Why just play a game? It's okay sacrificing a little bit of that economy early on a couple drones, just get a couple Sunkens down just to make sure you hold these early zealot timings no problem.
Yeah.
Is he committing here?
Looks like
I
it.
think he is. He
Drone
really
control.
likes I don't think you should be attacking with these drones. These drones need to be pulled back, but
He did get 3 drones, which is big, but
I think he got more.
Oh.
4 drones. But I mean,
Yeah.
see his zealots, like.
Yeah. Oof. We'll get another Hydra on the way out as well.
The important. Go ahead.
We got 2 top American Zergs here. What does Zerg do from here? After Protoss like sacks a bunch of zealots like that, what's going through your mind? What do you want to do here?
Make more Hydra lists.
Yeah. It's at this point it's awesome. He's got the lair. He's gonna get the Overlord speed. You reset the Corsair count, so now you don't have to worry about the inevitable supply block. Trutacz is throwing down some extra creep colonies, thinking like, okay, if there isn't a timing for you, it's right now. So just how long can I hold and how efficiently can I hold?
There are drones being produced there by Trutacz to kind of resaturate this natural. Not the heaviest Hydra count here. It looks like some units will be coming over from that mineral only to help defend, but I like that trade a little better for Trutacz. It wasn't quite as many drone losses. Still lost some. But yeah, he's absolutely at a point where he can kind of impose some will on the map.
Yeah, I like.
Templar.
If I'm Zerg here, I'm thinking like, all right, tons of zealots, not a lot of Sair. Like I know, I'm just thinking like any Hydra timing won't work here because he's gonna have Bang Templar. So I think this would be the type of game where you do the Sziky like Hydra Lurker, get into a 4th, and then move on from there.
Sneaky
but
DT
we'll see.
coming in here to that 3rd.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because Trutacz threw down a Spire, and I thought he was going to try to go for like some sort of like weird like 5 muta, just pure Hydra playstyle, but he did go for the Lurker aspect. He is getting the +2 ranged attack, so I think we're just going to see a swell of units and him taking that 4th where that Overlord's going right now.
Bonyth got a robo up real quick. I'm curious if he pumps out if he actually goes for a drop at all. Probably not, but he's gonna be more than ready for lurkers when they come out. There's gonna be no window where he doesn't have an observer.
I think drop might be a good answer here. Bonyth's kind of scouting around for Scourge with this Corsair. He wants to have some kind of an idea of what anti-air is available.
That's such a funny concept. Looking for Scourge with my Sair.
Yeah.
That's true though.
This is a suicide mission. This boy ain't right.
Right.
I think I think that Corsair confirmed no muta, and that's basically Bonyth's like, oh okay, I feel comfortable moving out on the map with these Templar right now.
He was pumping some Sair though, wasn't he? Back home.
Yeah, he's got 1 chilling on his main Nexus, but no continuous progression.
Okay, he stopped.
That 1 Hydra in that 1 DT in the Sea of Hydras.
Yeah, just scouting the army movement. I like it.
Oh, that was beautiful. He's not signifying that the Dark Templar is available to get his main ground army in position. It looks like he's actually going to be able to get a pretty good number of Hydras.
Yeah, huge.
Oh.
Down there.
That was a nice trade. That was what, like 8 Hydras for free.
Ooh, we do have lurkers out on the map though. I don't think there's an obs quite yet with this army. That does.
There's
Oh, there
ours.
is. Okay.
We have 2 storms for every High Templar here, so
Yeah.
he can be very efficient here, and he is being super efficient.
The worst
Surprise.
part is he's not going to continue pushing. He's like literally just baiting these really poor attacks from Trutacz.
Yeah. Yeah, Bonyth is like, I know I'm not gonna kill you right now. I want to take some nice trades, and we'll back up and kill you in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think he's going to go for a quick 4th here. He's taken that mineral only, which he knows he doesn't want to just purely rely on that to live. And he's going to follow up and hold a 30. Actually, big engagement once again. Gets a Templar for a few. Two for some Hydras. Well worth the trades there for Trutacz. Good unit spread as well by
Yeah.
Trutacz. Just slowly working on getting that lurker count a little higher. Ooh, flanking with the group of Hydralisks here?
Just
Yeah,
trying to
like-
take out those storms.
Bait out storms, pick off Templars, straggling units. You're right about that quick 4th. Bonyth took that pretty quick. Which tells me he's probably not going to try to end it. He's just going to try to be super efficient and do like super nice trades from back and forth here.
I think he's scouting these Hydras, and he's kind of hoping that they go towards the 4th, and he wants to try to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it's shaving off a Zerg army is.
This is good.
Huge storm.
This is not bad trades for the Zerg though.
It's not, especially with that flanking group of Hydralisks looking for Templars, but they won't find any, once again. I mean, Bonyth's just so solid here. Like you said, he's not overcommitting with any one force. He's kind of poking, he's kind of shaving units away, which I really like. Ooh,
Yeah.
kind of not controlling the units there for a second was Bonyth, but looks like he's fine.
Oh no.
Grouping back up, huge storms. I don't know how he does this. I mean,
Oh
just
my god.
Yeah.
every Templar hitting
Bon-
the perfect storms.
Bonyth is just running through him right now. And Bonyth can he'll probably stay here and reinforce, but he could back up too. Like he's in a position now where he's traded so efficiently and he's getting a 4th up. The game's just gonna scale in his favor as long as he doesn't fully lose his armor, which I don't see happening.
A lot of Hydras coming in here from Trutacz, but once
Yeah.
again, just kind of bunching on those storms. I mean, more storms going down. How does he have so many storms?
Well,
And-
he didn't go for a bunch of Sayers, +1, and all this other stuff, a bunch of DTs. He was banking a lot of storms early.
Yeah, he's reinforcing with even more Templar here. He's not doing the storms anytime
he's
soon.
pushing this.
Bonyth just did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, just slow, methodical movement.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go. More storms going down. I mean, every time, like feels like the Templar are at the front of the army, but he just knows the perfect range of them.
it looks like Trutacz could hold here. The army's getting kind of small, but my god, a 4th is up. Look at that bang from Bonyth.
Double
Yeah.
the supply. No 4th or 3rd gas quite yet, but
Could probably throw down like a few more gateways, but like he's good here. Yeah, he saved that bulk of the army. It's looking you never want to be even base as a Zerg with Protoss.
So hope.
no,
And then
definitely
not have an army as well.
That 4th will be scouted, and that'll tell Trutacz exactly where he's at in this game. I mean, he should be feeling some passive pressure to once again expand, because he's not in a position to be able to kill off that 4th of Bonyth at the moment. But I mean, what do you do? Like, Bonyth's just got command of the center of this map.
Trutacz is looks like he's going to be losing this 4th. There's really not anything Trutacz can do about it. Bonyth coming back, throwing down some storms on the Hydras to reinforce that 4th, killing off everything in sight.
Yeah, big drone kills at the 4th as well, and not overcommitting with the army, just really good positioning. Yeah, it's slowly, going towards Bonyth's favor.
Oh, and the GG
Yeah,
goes down.
GG.
played there by Bonyth.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was a perfect example of Protoss. Like, Protoss doesn't need to just bulldog their way into situations. Like, as long as you play it safe, you kind of go back and forth, making the Zerg try to, reposition all the time. It's really hard because there's so many Zerg units that controlling it all, you get sloppy, you lose 4 Hydras there, you lose a Lurker there, you lose another 4 Hydras there. Over time, it adds up. While the Protoss just probably, lost a few shield, regenerates, boom. It's nothing scarier than a Protoss who knows how to use their army,
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
Whew. That was a good game.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
Big shout out to Zero. Thank you for tuning in. Really looking forward to BSL this weekend.
Mr. Zero.
The man, the legend.
The man who beat me with scouts.
Oh man.
Still haven't forgot it. Yeah.
Poland, represent. We got Bonyth and Trutacz and Zero watching his compatriots kick some ass.
Alright, spawning at the top right, as the white Protoss, we have Soul's Bonyth.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner as the pink Zerg representing Clan IRK. He's currently down 0-2. Will he be able to get this turnaround and make Machine's predictions come true? We have Trutacz.
Are these colors okay, guys?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
pink and white are fine. They're discernible enough.
It's when it's like yellow and not like olive green. You're like,
Yeah, exactly.
And then make that a ZVZ. Yeah.
It's even worse.
Zerglings are attacking Zerglings, it looks like.
Yep. Alright, we have a 9-gate. Looks like going down here from Bonyth, so should be some Zealot pressure here early on. Meanwhile, Trutacz, I mean, it's kind of been the story of today, just overpools every game. From both him and Sziky. It's the most middle of the road, just safe, standard opener I feel like you can get away with Zerg vs Protoss. Like, you can kind of scout anything with it and deal with it. 2-gate, 1-gate, Forge. I would say it has advantage. It maybe is a little more difficult to open Overpool versus 9-gate than maybe like Overpool versus a Forge opener, just because you kind of hit a point where you don't have a ton of larva, and if Protoss does a good job pressuring with Zealots, they can sometimes eke out a little easier advantage, but still not a bad opener.
So, like, would you say 11 Hatch counters Gateway Expo, and then OV9 Pool counters like Forge Fast Expand? Like, not like a hard counter or anything, but like you're just in a pretty good spot from that point.
Yeah, I'd say small economic advantage. I always feel a little better opening 11 Hatch personally against a gate, like a 9-gate or a 10-gate.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like if I open Overpool and I see Forge first, you just don't make any lings or make 2 lings early, and you feel pretty good about that too.
Just pray that you can get your 3rd down.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great Jadong in the sky.
Yep. And we have the 3rd hatchery going down here for a Trutacz after gas in the main. Most likely should be some kind of a early Spire opener, but we'll see. A little bit of harass going down on this gateway Bonyth, but ultimately these Zealots will be able to push those Zerglings back. Actually, that might be a later gas. I'm not sure if this is a Spire opener exactly.
Trutacz seemed really strong with the Speedling style. I wonder if he's going to go opt for that again.
Yeah, he might. It's definitely an option.
These lings are getting in.
Yeah, they definitely are. He's also started a lair.
Oof.
Yeah, a little bit of a misstep. I'm not sure if Bonyth maybe just welcomed the lings into the main, but usually you don't want Zerglings in your main.
That is the hot take of the day.
Ooh, looks like
Oh,
we'll be
the
picking up quite a few
probes.
probes already.
Man.
4 Zerglings still alive. He's gonna get some counter pressure done with these
Yeah.
2 Zealots. Actually, just sitting there on the ramp. I don't know.
Well, he knows he's not gonna get much done. He just wants to trade efficiently. 4 slings. Every 2 lings is a drone, basically. So he's good with it.
That's fair.
He's counting.
Yeah, you don't actually have to kill drones to remove them from the game. Just force them. Ooh,
Good drone drill.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he didn't even lose a drone, did he?
No.
No, I don't think he did.
Nice.
Third base is also up for Trutacz, so I'd expect a lot of drones here shortly.
Trutacz is playing this really well.
Yeah, I'm not happy if I'm Protoss here.
Writes in book.
Yeah.
A little bit of miscontrol against that Zealot at the natural though, but I don't think it's the biggest deal. Ooh, a couple idle drones as well. The main. There we go.
Zealots never die.
Yeah, they really don't. They're really annoying. Ooh, final Zergling goes down inside the main of Bonyth, but not before he scouts that Spire.
Oh
or,
no.
Stargate, rather.
Trutouch's supply block. This is the supply block that I hate so much, the 27. He didn't realize it until he got maxed out, and then you're just like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah, you gotta build that 23 Overlord. I mean, there are little things you could do. Build a couple buildings and cancel.
Yeah, yeah. He went for the hatchery.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's looking pretty standard.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who came out ahead there. I would say probably Trutacz,
Yeah.
but it's not overwhelming
No.
or anything.
I don't know. We're not seeing a ton of drones at that third. I feel like it kind of equated out. Maybe.
I think that self-inflicted supply block is why we see less drones.
Okay,
So
probably right.
we are seeing from Trutouch the 5 Mutapop.
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
like this play. Yeah, why not?
And
mean,
some Scourge.
Yep.
It's only gonna meet
Do you-
one Corsair.
Does he just YOLO send it? Or does he try hiding the Muta? Oh, he's just sending it.
I think you kill the
Catch that
Corsair
thing.
and then go kill Protoss. Like, yeah, you don't even need Scourge for this first Corsair.
I like hearing the Zerg like explain the game. Like, hey, just kill this air and just go kill Protoss.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
that
So
simple.
that's the line. You're like, I lost the Corsair? What?
Keyword is kill.
Yeah. Not a ton of drones though. He's gonna drone up behind these 5 Muta, but I think that's fine. We'll get on this first cannon inside the main. The Scorch should start pushing these Corsairs back a little bit. I mean, really, Trutacz is just looking for an opening. He wants to dive in on this middle line and start taking out some of these probes.
Oh,
Gets the
money.
Corsair.
Yeah,
That's
and
big.
you know what's crazy about this too is it slows down so much, and look what Zerg's doing behind it. Like he's getting Hydra speed, he's getting +1 range, and he's making Hydra. It's like
Yep. He's getting more
is-
drones.
yeah,
Yep.
he's making a lot of Hydras right now. He's just gonna bust down this front here in a minute, which is probably the correct play. Like, because you know there's not going to be Templar for a while. You're slowing down all this mineral production for cannons. You're forcing Sares and cannons in places that aren't in the front. Even a second Stargate. So Bonyth is like really scared of just mass mute at
Muta.
this point, and
It's not.
Trutacz is just gonna, yeah, pull out of his back pocket like, haha, here's a bunch of Hydras, you're dead. You
That's
know,
probably
and
I think he's poking in the main looking for more cannons right now. It does
Yeah.
see a couple cannons. I mean, those are 2 cannons that are not at the natural right now, so it's very good
Yeah.
for Trutacz.
How does Bonyth hold this? If he holds this, he teaches me something new in the game. I'm learning something today if he holds this.
That he's Bonyth?
My goodness. Yeah.
Ooh.
My goodness.
Oh,
He still doesn't know it's Hydra, does he?
No, he doesn't.
he's about
I
to.
don't think
He's about to.
He's so
about
close to finding out.
My God.
all the hatcheries are rallied. It's
Yeah.
go time.
Yeah. He
Oh,
has
he's
a
gonna
big
break
frown
the
on his
wall
face
down
right
first. I like this. I like being patient. It's only 3 cans at the natural. Yeah, there's just.
Well, you
I
know,
mean,
you know what? Yeah, you know what's great about this is there's not gonna be storm for an hour, so literally there's no reason to trade. Like, the more hydras you get, the more efficient you get. Like, you
Yeah,
can just
yeah.
wait. But I mean, he's. I don't know how you hold this. This is crazy.
Well, we're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
Big engagement here from Trutacz. Not bringing in the Muta and Scourge just yet. That does buy a little bit of time for these cannons to get up, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's enough. It's just,
Hydras are pretty good against cannons. Oh.
oof. That's so many Hydralisks.
GG.
And
goes down.
Bonyth going down. Oof. Really well played there by Trutacz, you know. Like, obviously throwing in the 5 Muta opener can be really strong, as we see.
Yeah, no, that was great. And a Zerg, it took us what, 8 games, but a Zerg got a win. So
Dude, Zerg's
What's
overpowered.
the next
man.
one? Yeah.
Yep. Gonna happen. Really did. Oh man. I mean, he did it very convincingly there, right? That was.
he did. Trutacz
I mean-
played that really well.
Yeah, Bonyth was. It felt like just one step behind, starting with those Mutalisks.
Yeah, it's a good play. It's a good play.
Yeah, just being annoying with those Zerglings in the early game, and then forcing those cannons. Each cannon could have been a gateway.
Yeah.
That stuff starts to snowball.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Big shout out
Good.
to Peter Pat. Thanks for joining us and supporting the Brood War scene. Big shout out to everyone.
Let's say the machine famous introduction now.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Well, we have spawning at the bottom right-hand corner of Demonio Azul, playing as the pink Zerg from IRK. It is Trutacz.
1, 2, 3. Trutacz fighting.
Trutacz fighting.
Oh yeah.
For his life.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And fighting out of 12 o'clock, the reigning, defending BSL champion. I don't know what his nickname is. It's Bonyth.
It's on the uproar.
The Executor.
The executive. There
The
you
winner
go.
of BSL seasons. What is it, guys? 7, 8, 9, 10? Or is it 8, 9, 10? RCG 2019. So he has the most champion titles, I think.
I'm pretty sure Trutacz has like second though, and so we're
Yeah,
looking
he's
at
won 4 BSL titles from
Yeah.
what I remember back then.
we're looking at the most BSL championships that you can have in a game.
That's a good point.
Very true.
2 legends then?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Before BSL even happened, these guys were just
Already
monsters.
legends.
And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
still in BSL, guys, so it's really exciting to see the next round.
Yeah, I remember when I first came back to Brood War in Remastered, and I or maybe it was like before, like somewhere in between StarCraft 2 and Remastered, I played like maybe like a TSL, and I was like, oh, coming back, like I was pretty good when I left, like I'll pick it back up, and I hit Trutacz in like first round or second round of like a TSL, and he just stomped the hell out of me, and I was just like, whoa. Because I'd never heard of him. I was like, I don't know who this guy is, and he just stomped me. And then after that, like all I've been seeing, I started paying attention, and he just stomps everyone. Like he's crazy.
They're like, oh, it's not just me. Okay.
It's
that's cool.
yeah, it's And that was years and years ago. Like he's been good for a long time now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has been.
He was like one of the people that when you'd see like the Sham2 tournaments happen, the Have-At-Yous,
Yeah.
Trutacz versus Scan, you'd be like, oh my god, is Scan actually going to lose for once?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he can do it too.
Yeah.
Trutacz, yeah. What's crazy about Trutacz is I feel like he's one of those Zergs that's really he understands the early game as EVP.
Yeah.
Like when I watched Sziky play in the last matchup, as great as he is, he just seems like more macro oriented and like mid game oriented or late game oriented. And Trutacz is just, he's always just struck me as this freaking scary ass Zerg who can kill you at any point.
Yeah.
And like from a Protoss perspective, and you saw it last game. Like he just understands the Protoss mindset, where they're putting their money, where they're putting their resources, and how he can kill you.
Yeah.
And he has no problem pulling that trigger. So it's good.
Yeah, it's so hard to read on a Protoss too, because it's like you know how we're talking about the Hydra timing. If the Protoss invests too much in early gas elsewhere than High Templar, it's like for me, it's like I go to the natural and I see a High Templar and I'm like, well, okay, I can't do anything. Like Trutacz reminds you like, no, he's no way he's got Storm. If he has Storm, it's like
two storms. It's like two storms at this point, and I can like eke them out and then just like run them over.
Exactly.
Like that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I think if you really want to understand it, go play like a bunch of PVZs and watch how you die, and
yeah,
you'll figure out what's good, bad against what Protoss is doing.
You tired of losing a Zerg? We'll just go lose this Protoss for a bit.
Yeah, figure it out. It's so true, actually. It's funny. Like, I don't know. It also gives you the mindset of what they're thinking.
Exactly. It makes reading players a little easier because there's no way. It's like. Can
we talk about something real quick?
What?
This third from the Zerg.
I was thinking that. Yeah.
So, someone explain.
Makes more sense if you don't think about it.
I don't know. It is absolutely closer to Bonyth's natural than like a 6 o'clock would be. I don't know. I'm not. Maybe if you're going Muta, right? Like, it's a closer rally base to pump Muta into the main, or maybe it's a good position to secure a drop from. So I'm sure there's advantages, but I don't know if it's ideal.
Do you think that Bonyth just doesn't scout it and prepares for like a all-in from 2 base, and then it allows Trutacz to macro a bit? Ooh, he's getting a quick. Is that a quick second gas? I guess it's kind of standard. No, he canceled it. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. No, I think this is a very standard 5-hatch Hydra.
Yeah.
Well, no,
it is.
Gas at his third.
He does.
Oh, yeah. So he put it down over there.
This does make me think Muta.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, at least like the distance between the main and that base is very short.
Oh, he
Maybe
scouts
it could
it.
be Muta, but it will get scouted. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're about to find out. It might be just Muta. Hydra Den is going down at the natural.
Is the Spire up?
Yep, just finished. He's getting the +1 carapace.
It's gotta be then. Yeah, you're right. It's gotta be Muta opener.
Yeah.
Off 3 gas, so this will be a fun game.
We're not getting +1, but we do have 3 Sayers, so I mean, I'm feeling alright if I'm Protoss.
Yeah, he's killed a couple Overlords already. That's gonna force a pretty big supply block here. He can't lose these Corsairs though.
Yeah, there's opportunities here to pick these off. All right, one gets out. He could pick off 1 Sayer if he does.
I think he will. He's very good with these Scourge controls, and I mean, he knows he has the beat on these. I say that.
Wow.
That hurts.
You know, the game
it's not over.
I just want to point out the game would be broken if Scourge actually weren't as dumb as they are. So it's kind of nice.
It's true. Yeah, if they always hit, it would be a little broken for sure. If I'm Bonyth though, I don't know if I recognize this. I don't know if he's gonna have an Archon out in time, and it kind of worries me. I'm a little
He's
worried,
just gonna.
boys.
I don't think he's going Archon.
I
He'll
think
probably just go.
I think against Mass Muta, you either gotta get +1 or you gotta get an Archon out quick. I don't know if this will work. I actually really like Trutach's position.
Does he recognize that it's Muta yet though?
I don't know. That's what I'm
When
saying. It's kind of
When he does, maybe he goes Zealot Archon, but
it's
until he
continual
okay,
Muta.
now he knows.
Now he has to.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's huge. Okay.
Good spread.
just need- Yeah, he just reset the Sarah count. This is great for Trutacz.
He's gonna kill off all these zealots and wait for another swell of Muta Scourge, and then I think he dives the main. He dives the main after that. And I don't know. I don't know if he can hold.
Yeah, if I'm Protoss, I'm really sad right now.
Zerg does not have that +1 armor quite yet, though. So this is kind of going in a little, I mean, preemptive, but I think the timing's right. He kind of just has to. Once again, Bonyth putting down quite a few cannons inside the main to delay, but it's just not enough. I mean, Trutacz just being a monster is early Muta.
Yeah. He did what you said like last game too, except there's more Sarah. He just killed the Sarah and then went and killed the Protoss.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Mutas aren't
It's pretty
that
good.
bad against Corsairs in low numbers. Oh
But-
my! Look at the Scourge. That was so nice.
But Machine, I read in the StarCraft guide that Corsairs counter mutas.
I mean,
Oh,
not
these stupid
Trutacz
probes!
mutas.
Look at this! Oh my god!
Ooh, unfortunate little probe.
I
trap
mean,
there.
he's trying, but again, like, how can he be ready for the Hydra? This is a
can't.
game where he could have just probably just muted, but like, yeah,
is.
like what do you do? That DT is gonna have to do some work, son. Like,
Yeah, it really will. And I mean, Trutacz just staying right on top of these Corsairs, not allowing anything by. Focus the DT with the sunken. I love that.
Beautiful.
And yeah, put on his pressure
Wow.
natural here. It might just be too many. Might be too many Hydra, but there's a DT there to clean up. Trutacz just gonna back up. Why not? Make sure you get
he's still in
efficient
the
trades.
main. Yeah.
I mean, those mutas aren't going anywhere until an Archon's made. So
Do we? Yeah,
GG goes
GG.
down. Oh my god. G5. Are you a fortune teller?
I said 3-2 Trutacz. I felt bad when Bonyth won that second game. I'm like, oh, I guess he's not winning any other for the rest of the day. You know?
Yeah. Quick, tell me,
Wow.
what's the lottery numbers?
17, 42, 38. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
You hear me join the Discord tomorrow, like, yo, boys, I'm rich.
Right,
I-
you're just gonna have to split it with like 200 people because we said the numbers on stream.
yeah, exactly. It's like the Jim Carrey movie where he's God and everybody wins the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he
so they all get like $20.
yeah. Oh man.
Oh lordy.
That was crazy. I think it was just a little bit of a misstep from Bonyth, you know, not recognizing that second gas going down at the third and realizing how committed Trutacz was to Muta, but still, I mean, very well played there by Trutacz.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like Bonyth actually was in an alright spot. He built up 6 Sares. He's ready for Muta, and I think he just expected that to trade better, and he should have just backed off, and he just kind of like lost everything. It happens, you know. So you don't expect 6 Sares to lose to Muta, but when they do, you're pretty sad.
Yeah, it was just so many Corsairs that I wasn't sure myself, to be honest, even when it
Yeah.
like started happening. Like it very easily, you know, Trutacz could have got caught, you know, clumped in a bad position, and you know, it very easily could have swung the other way. But Trutacz
Yeah.
just getting it done that game.
All right. What is this? Game 5?
Yeah,
This
it's the
is
last
game
one.
five.
Game 5 rubber match. Who takes the series? We got top right. It's plain pink. Man's color. We got Trutacz
Yeah, boy.
fighting from IRK, and then in bottom left we have Bonyth, the yellow Protoss, fighting for soul.
Good old
Let's see
Bonyth.
it. Explain this map again, Machine, because I personally don't get it.
So there's two spores inside your main, which only come into play really for Zerg players. You see how Trutacz has way more creep in his main than you normally should. Once the creep gets to a certain point, it like connects with those spores and allows you to wall off that natural entrance as Zerg, which is kind of cute. Other big key signature features of this map is your natural is actually located inside your main base. You know, so that's good for Protoss. It's
Kind of
good
like
for
Ringing Bloom.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly like Ringing Bloom. Except imagine if Ringing Bloom had another entrance into the main where you could sneak your workers over a mineral line. Basically, you have a mineral only outside your main, which kind of walls off your natural. Like, so we've seen actually in some of these games.
You can like pop DTs over that stuff, right?
Yep, I was gonna
Vultures,
say we've
flames.
seen people do just that and pop a DT over and get into that natural on this map. So you see some cute plays there, but not super often either. Next is first.
Yeah, let me mention just like can we just talk about how big Bonus balls are doing this build? Holy moly! Like
Sure.
the last, I mean, if he was playing Sziky right now, we saw Sziky did in the last series, he'd be dead because Sziky went six pool. But this one, Hatch first against Nexus first. I love this for Bonyth. The only thing that I guess could have made it better is Gateway afterwards, but he went Forge. But this is great for Bonyth for sure. This is a nice, solid opening.
It's calculated risk. Yeah, it's for sure. Like when you're in a series like this, it's 2-2. This is the final game, no matter what. I don't know how many Protosses would just say, "I'm gonna put a Forge down my main, not impose any will, and not take any risks, and go Forge Cannon and try to play from there." Bonyth's like, "Nah, I want to take an advantage here if I can," and I mean, it ended up working out. He's facing Hatch first. This is a very ideal build order for him.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, it probably just goes back to them being friends. Like, I'm not expecting a 5-pull out of you. It's like if I played you, Bryce, like, or you, or like both of you guys are like rare, honorable Zergs, and you're my friends. So like, I'm not too concerned that I'm getting a 5-pull.
Noted. Plus 5 pull G5 in the next tournament. He will
Unless
not...
$13 is on the line.
13 big ones.
$13 to ruin years of friendship. Yeah.
That's how much
take
their
your
integrity
13.
costs.
Take your $13, bitch. I'm never your friend again.
You get.
Oh, man.
Man.
Well, we have first scout going out there for Trutacz as well. Knows he's up against some type of a wall off. Sees no zealot, but a gate and a forge cannon. Yeah, kind of a. Bonyth's just making a ton of probes right now.
Yeah, probe goes down. Scout probe goes down. We just have drone man against probe man. You know, they're just macroing up.
I mean,
And-
Bonyth already with a. What is that, 7 probe lead? Oh, it just evened up a lot more now, though. But, not bad.
No, yeah, this is looking good for. I mean, both of them. I would say this looks better for Bonyth just because. I mean, we saw what his control was like mid game. He gets an army, and he's trading so efficiently. Like I would be trying to kill him early. This is. I don't want to deal with that from Trutacz, but
I mean, if anything,
Zealot is getting in.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple games, I just think the Muta seems to be working. Why not open Muta again?
Yeah.
So it does get in, poking away some drones. No drone deaths yet, though, but he will get a full scout. Sees that Spire from Trutacz. So he's got to be, feeling pretty confident. Not a ridiculous amount of drones by this point in the game, by any means.
Trutach's control is amazing.
Yeah, that's so hard to do too,
Yeah.
especially with like melee units. You're microing inside your own mineral line around drones that you can't let die. He makes it look pretty simple.
Whoa. We got 3 gas Zerg right now?
Man, I think he's reading our minds, bro.
Yeah. With the +1 carapace. So
This
yeah.
is Mutaman again.
Yeah. And we do have +1 air from Bonyth, and he's keeping that Sarah production going. We have cans going up. He's getting prepared. He's making a DT to throw on some pressure, and one thing I've noticed that he is not doing is it doesn't look like he's upgrading legs. So he's getting his +1. He's just getting ready for Muta. It just looks like he's getting ready for Muta all the way around. So he knows what's going on. It's going to be interesting to see how this game kind of pans out. Because I think he's going to handle these Muta a lot better than the last couple games.
Yeah.
Goodness, Sarah.
Big Sarah pick off there. I mean, every second he does that, every Corsair that gets delayed is, basically delaying that move out window for Bonyth. You really need to have 5 Corsair in order to freely move out into Scourge without, expecting to lose any. So very good pick off there by Trutacz.
Yeah, legs coming now. No Storm. I think he's good. This is a game he might try hitting like a Zealot Archon Sayer timing. Just hardcore counter Mutiling. But
DTs were able to get to the third of Trutacz getting 4 drone kills.
yeah, that was big.
This is a low eco build coming out from Trutacz, high in the gas thing, but when it comes to like resource and larva, like mineral and larva, he's not doing so hot. So this is kind of like, would you consider this an all-in, or just like a hyper aggressive opener?
I don't think this is all in at
Okay.
all. I think you can safely play out of Muta, but it's just unique. You don't see this very often. I mean, essentially, Bonyth's kind of going to be contained to 2 base here. And when he does take a third, where's that going to be? Like, is he just going to take the mineral only outside the natural? I don't think that's enough against a 3 gas Zerg like this.
Yeah.
You can absolutely play out of it. It's just very non-standard.
Yeah. We're already seeing like the sunken line being built into the main of Trutacz. So this is definitely going to be an interesting flow of game.
12 mutas move out here. Bunch of Scourge to follow them up. Only a single Archon. That's kind of funny to say, but only an Archon here for Bonyth. I don't think Trutacz can engage yet. He needs more Muta before he can safely engage this. It takes quite a few Muta to really be able to poke an Archon down. But it looks like he's going into the natural here. That's so many Scourge. Oof. Targeting down that first cannon. What are we watching here?
Whoop! All it takes is one mistake from either or.
I mean, he's going to pick off so many probes here.
Oh!
That Archon getting in to do some damage, and this will push off the mutas of Trutacz. Actually, coming back in, hopefully going to get some Scourge connects against those Corsairs, but he'll back up. I don't know. I think if you're Trutacz, you feel really good about that. Yeah, you lost a few Scourge, you did some damage to your mutas, but you killed so many probes there. He's got to remake those cannons, and you really drew the game out even longer against a 2-base Protoss.
Forcing 11 Corsair out of Bonyth as well.
We got +2 armor on the way, air armor for Trutacz as well. I feel like once that kicks in, the game gets like ridiculous.
Oh, there it was.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, that was it. That was the
That
trigger.
was the swing. That was definitely a big swing. Trutacz spreading all the mutas out. He's got to run though. It's just too late. Oof. We'll be forced to back up here, but 11 Corsairs. I mean, this is the anti-air army.
Yeah.
What do you do?
He's switching to Hydra. That's what he's going for.
Attack going in to that third of Trutacz.
He's targeting
Some
down the
scorch.
hatchery. Oof. I decided against that. No, he is going for it.
Oh, no connects on any
Wow.
of those Scourge. Just not enough. There's just not enough muta disengagement.
Oh, the hatchery goes
Oh.
down.
Was that hatchery worth it for all those units? Considering there's a hatchery still mine.
Oh, I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a close call. I
I
don't
mean, it
think he's
slows
hurting
down larva production.
Yeah. He's got to slightly mine farther away to get that gas.
Ooh. Oh, he targeted them? Yeah, he's targeting the Scourge.
What do you do? Do you just do a really late Hydra switch from here to try to deal with these Corsairs? I mean, these
Well-
Corsairs have free reign now.
I wonder if
Yeah.
these neutral spore colonies are fending off Bonyth's Corsairs.
I mean, that's what it looked like. I was kind of thinking the same thing myself.
He's like, whoa, spore, I'm gonna back away from that.
Yeah, really, it did seem like that. Bonyth was like backing up from him, like, oh, all the overlords are there. There's nothing defending them. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Well, Bonyth's getting a third, so he's gonna go to even base. It doesn't look like there's anything Trutacz can do to throw on any pressure. He's just trying to live at this point, so. Ooh.
Many man loss.
Yeah, this is a lot from Protoss. This might just be too much.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's no mutas here to greet this force. And definitely not enough Zerglings. Something's
Yeah.
coming in, but they're just a little too delayed. And I mean, there we
Oh.
go. Corsairs
There goes-
on top of all of the overlords.
Yeah.
Scourge coming in.
Oh my god,
Couple
Vista!
GG.
Oh.
Wow, he does it.
GG.
does it.
Very, very well played there by Bonyth. I feel like a lesser Protoss might have misstepped and
Oh
you know,
yeah.
got a little flustered, especially after Trutach's engagement on that natural. That went well. That really did. But man, Bonyth just getting
did
it
it.
done.
He played very good.
Yep, yep.
That was awesome.
Well,
Thanks,
that's
guys.
it. Yeah. GG. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you for
Max.
joining us, G5. Machine, Herb, it's always a pleasure. One of the really cool things about our series is just having different community casters join in. And we try to get 3 people. I think it gives it kind of like a, you know, group vibe, more so than like a pair. And I think it's
Yeah.
easier when you have 2 or 3 show matches. There's less pressure on 1 or 2 people. Although you could have like 3 super excited individuals who are just shouting and
Yeah.
talking over each other, but that's fine. We're just here to have fun. We're not here to like be professional casters.
Be the
Although
next
some of you,
big
Yeah.
thing of casting, broadcasting that has ever hit Twitch.
you guys are, but I'm just saying there's no pressure, right? We're just a fun
I-
series, so
Yeah,
I hope
it's-
people treat
yeah.
it like that.
Yeah. It was nice having 3. It was nice having the other 2 because actually my internet was like super intermittent. I kept going in and out, so I don't think anyone noticed because I just was quiet and the other 2 were talking. But
There's another benefit.
Yeah.
One
That was
person
a
could just
benefit for
completely
sure.
disappear, and
Yeah.
we forget about his existence. Okay.
Yep.
Not memorable.
Well, I'll get you guys back. Another event. Tomorrow we have more show matches, folks.
Woo! Bring the StarCraft.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got Cross vs.
Gotta show
Sziky,
up.
Oya vs. Striker, and Dewalt vs. Terror. So tune in if
Oh,
you
man.
can. It will be
Terror.
at 6 p.m. Eastern. And before, you got BSL to treat yourself to. And I don't blame people if they sort of get their daily dose of Brood War from BSL. There's going to be some great matches tomorrow.
Yeah, BSL really incredible event to watch week to week. Very.
Do you guys have
very
any
strong.
predictions? Who's gonna take like first, second, third?
Is it down to the finals already? Oh man.
No, but I mean we're getting close to it.
Okay. I mean, I've been saying it on just about every cast we've had him in here, but Dewalt, like, he's got to be my number one pick.
Well, he's still
I
in
think-
there. Yeah.
I think, you know, second, third, up for debate. You got to put in names like Bonyth, Trutacz, Sziky, Terror.
Sziky's not in there anymore.
Oh,
I don't
he's
think
not?
he-
Shoot, okay.
Is
Yeah, I
Oya
think he
still
got
in there?
knocked out. Yeah, he is, but
Oya's still in there.
Dandy got knocked out. So it's really interesting because I've seen, like, I hear things. I'm not well informed, but I heard that, you know, like you have Dewalt and Oya and Bonyth. They're super active. They're super good. Trutacz was kind of inactive, but he's been kind of kicking ass. And
I think-
you've seen all kinds of upsets and disappointments. So people are, I think, much closer in skill level than some might assume.
Yeah, I think DeWalt probably will take it. And if I had to guess on the second and third, like second, third, fourth, like I'd say Trutacz second, Bonyth or Terror third. and then-
You're an IRK, right? You gotta go with Dewalt.
Yeah, oh yeah, and
That's
Trutacz
it.
is IRK, so I put both of them up there.
DeWalt hasn't won
Uh,
a BSL title first place, I think, in some seasons. I don't think he's ever won one, if I'm not mistaken. He did win Russian Cyber Games 2020, big congratulations to him. So that was
Yeah.
really his first
Well,
major title,
What
as far as
one
I
I
know.
don't think DeWalt will beat Bonyth PvP. So as long as he can avoid that, I do think Trutacz can beat Bonyth. I think Terror can beat Bonyth. So as long as Terror or Trutacz can beat Bonyth and knock him out, I think DeWalt wins.
I actually have a prediction now that I think about it. I think Oya, after the games I've seen of Oya, specifically PvP, he's the dark horse. Like, I don't know how he's going to match up against Trutacz. I don't know how he's going to match up against, you know, like Terror.
BOA
but if he
is
gets
still
a-
in there as well. Yeah, big shout out to him.
But if he gets a PvP, he can absolutely take down either Bonyth or Dewalt with a good series. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Should
we'll
be cool,
see.
guys. They got 3 seasons
Yeah.
a year, as far as I know. A fat prize pool. They've been keeping the foreign scene running. We were kind of inspired by the BSLs and all the other wonderful series and events, and you guys who've been around for so long, on and off. So it's great to get to meet active players and casters who love the game as much as we do.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
nice that you're doing all this. So shout out to you. So
We're doing it. There's no you and well, the joke about Team ThinkQuick is
You
we are
guys.
all ThinkQuick. We're part of the team. Whether you wanted to join it or not wasn't up to you. So you're now a TQ family. We're kind of like your ugly poor cousins that you don't want to associate with, but
Oh,
you're stuck
man.
with us.
I'm usually the ugly poor cousin, so it's nice to, you know, be in like-minded people. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
we fit in. Thanks.
yeah,
Thanks
we
for
do.
providing us a home.
Like the island of misfit toys, you know? Like,
We're like the Cletus from Simpsons, if anyone knows that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
fun.
man.
So thanks. Did you guys want to shout out anybody? Talk about anything?
Sure.
Trash
Just
talk.
want to give a shout out to chat, to our viewers here. Thanks you guys once again for showing up week over week. You know, we're trying our best to keep these show matches as hype and entertaining as possible for everyone. Really appreciate the donations. I'd like to once again shout out to Ox here for having me cast on board. Really appreciate it. You know, having a great time with these casts so far. And,
All our pleasure.
Yeah, you guys can look forward to seeing me in the future. And shout out to my amazing co-casters here, G5. It was really fun getting a chance to cast with you for once. I think this is maybe one of the first times we've ever got a chance to cast together. And Herbmon, definitely thank you so much for casting once again. Let's definitely keep up these, giving our Zerg bias perspective to these casts weeks over week. But yeah, thank you guys very much. And you can check out my stream on twitch.tv/MachineUSA.
Awesome.
Nice. That was quite the shout out.
Yeah.
Did that well.
He had like a checklist as he was going down.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, got it. Got it.
He was like the guy at the Academy Awards who just doesn't say thank you and takes his word, walks off. He like pulls out the big piece of paper, starts reading off everyone he knows in life.
Come on, Machine. What do you,
I've done this once or twice. I've done this once or
you
twice.
do shout outs for a living or something?
For what? Yeah, for my wedding.
You do shout outs for
Shout
a
out to
living?
mom. Like, oh no.
For a
I'm-
living.
You're really good
I
at
should
it.
though. I should be pretty good at it.
Yeah, you're good
Maybe that'll be what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
mic's open if you want to give a shout out or bash your enemies. I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
kidding.
Screw Ryan Hayes.
yeah,
I hope that bro never,
let me just
ever
say,
watches another
yeah.
cast. All right, go for it, Eric.
I just want to say fuck the haters, you know, and no, just thanks to you guys. Hope everyone watched, enjoyed, and congrats to Dewalt and Bonyth, and very well played. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we'll bring you back
See you
sometime.
another day.
Hopefully you didn't have
Oh, yeah.
too bad of a time, so
It was fun, man. Appreciate it.
thank you.
Just basically piggyback off of what everyone else said. Yeah, just big shout out to the viewers, the contenders, the casters, the people behind the scenes making everything come together, the artwork to managing the videos to updating Liquipedia. Everyone is in it together. and
I
it's
know,
beautiful
right? Yeah.
to see everything that we're
So-
making out of it. So just thank you all.
Yeah, big shout out to Fake Finn, who's going out of his way to do the Liquipedia pages. I will try to compensate you, my friend. Because updating the BBT stats is a real pain in the ass. You have to keep track of their wins and losses, and you got to calculate their win rate ratios. So I appreciate him doing that. And he's created other Liquipedia pages for our events. Shout out to Depleted and Queen, who do the graphics. But the casters, they spent so many hours on this stupid game. So I really appreciate you guys.
Such a stupid game. That sounds like what I usually say after every ladder section.
Yeah.
Like,
What did I just do with my life?
Well, it's a fact that ladder will just make you hate yourself.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wish they had two streams, like one where you can select macro oriented, or like, but maybe that doesn't make sense in StarCraft.
No.
Introducing a no
unpredictable.
rush or whatever kind of rule.
Yeah. You can't do that with StarCraft.
But
for
it's
sure.
funny how like the ethics of StarCraft have kind of changed when I listen to you guys and others talk about cheese. And back when I was active, if I'm not mistaken, like mid 2000s, even during StarCraft 2 days when we activated our team, I don't think that kind of standard was set up. I might be wrong, but it was a lot of one base, rushes or whatever you want to call it. And it seems like we went from one base to now you get the fast expansion, but then there's also like I need to grab this third, and it's very contentious for Terrans. There's some maps that have a hard time grabbing that third, like Eclipse, Dominio Azul. And it seems like as the game has progressed, I'm just totally speculating here, this is probably misinformed. We're going gradually to a direction where it's like, yeah, I need to occupy all the bases on the maps, basically, and we need to have like a 50-minute or an hour game, which is kind of cool, but I'm exaggerating here a little bit, but it seems like people are looking for longer and longer single games, maybe?
You're right. They're looking more to
That's cool.
progress, but I think it's also just the level of play is going up, even still. So, like,
Yeah.
eventually you hit these niches where, like, that sort of early, let's just call it cheese play, like, it fizzles out. Like, eventually you're going to play a player like Bonyth who's just going to be prepared for that timing and know how to scout it out. And so, cheesing is kind of like a way to flip a coin, maybe get a little advantage, and possibly get a win at an earlier point in the game where it maybe requires less and less control, less and less like true macro and understanding of builds. You're just gonna make a lot of Zerglings and end the game at that
A
point,
really
or
good
whatever
player,
it is.
can't they counter it? Because I was having this debate with Pato, He's gonna try to get S rank with Protoss, because there's a lot of Terrans and Zergs who are like, Protoss is easy, and my challenge is get S rank with it and hold it. And he's gonna try to do that, and if he does, I have to admit on stream that Protoss is easy, which is fine. I'm happy for him to achieve S rank Protoss. That's a small compromise, but I feel like he's not gonna be able to cheese his way to S rank with Protoss.
So.
I think as you get to even B level or A level, they're going to be able to pick off what you're doing. They're probably scouting really well and counter it. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, you can definitely cheese your way with Protoss and Zerg to S rank if you're like good enough. You kind of know how to do that enough, but you're not gonna hold it with cheese. You're not gonna hold S rank with cheese.
What's considered cheese, by the
Too
way?
much credit.
Like, I've always thought of cheese as like proxy, like a 1 or 2, 3 minute kind of build that you're trying to end the game really fast. But I've heard people talk about DT as like cheese.
It is, and it can be. Like, if you're going proxy DT, like, that is absolutely a build where, you know, just sometimes the opponents aren't ready for it, and you can get easy wins with that. But yeah, I'd say in general, cheese is...
So cheese has a negative connotation, right? Like, you are not a man. You need to grow balls and not do this build? Or is it just the shorthand? And why do we call it cheese? Like, what's the association with the actual
It's like
food?
an old school gaming thing, actually. Like, old fighting games, they used to... If you spammed the same ability in some fighting games, like kick, 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 and you could beat characters, like, they would just, like, it was cheese, because it was just, like, so...
I thought you were about to say, like, a picture of, like, a cheese stick popped up or something, and that stuck.
I can tell you in some games it did. I don't know.
So it has no
For
real,
those of you
like,
who know
connection
Primal
to
Rage,
the food.
if you do that in Primal Rage, cheese will literally pop up on the top of your screen.
No way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just curious why, like, cheese and not, like, grapes or something else random. Just, all right.
Actually, there's probably a story. I don't know it.
Anyone knows, let us know.
Yeah. But, no,
But
I don't think you're going to have to worry about saying Protoss is easy, by the way.
Isn't part of the game, like, you just come up with strats to surprise your opponent in proxy, DT?
Yeah, but there's some that are just, like...
Is it because other races don't have that, and some races have that ability?
No, they all have cheeses.
Okay, look at that last game with Sziky, right? Just 5 pull, 6 pull, whatever it was, and just ling all in. Like, that's a cheese. And because you see, if you stop it, like, what do? That's the game. Like, you're just saying, I'm just flipping a coin, I hope you did a build that loses to this.
It's such a big-ass map, like 4 players. Do you think that's like a... Like, in the term cheese, I assume it's going to be effective and you have a high chance of pulling it off. But on a map like this, and you don't know where your opponent is, and they're building, like, probes that whole time, and they're probably going to get one Zealot out in time, I think? Is that, like, a good strategy or build? We've seen 1 or 2, I think, on this map. Striker did it once, and he died.
I think you're hoping that the Protoss opens Nexus first.
Yeah.
On a map where there's a natural inside.
Oh, I see. It's effective against Nexus first.
Yeah. If he, like Eric was saying,
I'm so
during
stupid.
the cast,
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Okay.
No, it's all good.
It makes sense. Yeah, there's a backdoor expansion map, and he's hoping that.
Yeah. So in that case, it is a hope. It's like, if he does this build, I win. If he does anything else, I probably lose.
What I like to compare StarCraft to a lot is poker. In the sense of, you got a pair of 2s and you're all in. You're like, I hope this gets it. You know, I hope this wins it. I hope I win the pot, because if not, I'm going to look like a complete fucking idiot.
The pot in StarCraft is pennies, or
yeah, exactly.
IOU papers or something like that.
The one thing I do want to say about cheese is, like, I feel like cheese only has a negative connotation in the foreign Brood War scene.
Is that right?
If you watch the top Koreans, like, Larva's a great example. Obviously, no one can question how well Larva plays in a very safe standard game, but he'll hit series against high level players in 5 pool open. I mean, we saw it the last ASL. It doesn't have nearly the negative connotation. They understand the risk involved, and they just think, like, they're just beating the odds or playing the odds. So it's really only in the foreign scene, as at the lower levels. I think that it has such a negative connotation. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cool
And I can
fact.
see how that like pollutes other like areas of that as well. Because like you get that one game, you're like, haha, I'm better than you. You're like, dude, no, you're not. You just beat me with the horror pool. No, I won the game, no re. You're like, oh god, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot to it. But I mean, cheese it exists and it works because it works. Like it's a strategy game. It's just what it is. So you shouldn't hate against it. But if you're trying to like develop yourself as a more mechanical player, obviously you want to learn how to play the late game. But you got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
All right, sorry to turn this into a podcast, guys. That was just
No,
something
it's
I've
okay.
always been curious about, and you help clarify that. But I don't think you'll stop seeing cheese or whatever word you want to use on
Definitely not.
ladder.
Definitely not.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone.
Thanks,
Until next time.
guys. Yeah, is there somebody who's streaming who I can raid? Are you guys
Oh,
anybody
that's
hopping
APL's
on?
going on right now.
Herbmon, Machine, you guys aren't, and STPL. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Alright.
See y'all tomorrow, viewers.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Historically, his